Okay, guys, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Sorry about that. She did a good point. Sometimes I be totally forgetting. Oh yeah, that reminds me. To I had to go out and put money on my card to do to buy the StreamYard. But yeah. Oh yeah, because I had a Cash App card, but I canceled the Cash App card because I didn't see it, and the day I canceled it, it was in the mail. Anyway, stupid shit. So most of my money is sitting on my Cash App. I can't even get to it. But like I was stating, I was out and I was listening to some videos, and Ness was online crying, trying to drag me. Everything she was saying, just like Tracy, self rejection. She's saying I stink when clearly that's what's been going on around her. She's never been around me, so she doesn't know what I smell like. The fuck is wrong with you, bitch? The people that's been around you said you stink, just like Tracy. So that's the only reason why Tracy was Tree Dog was extra sensitive about that, because the people who was close, they smelled you. That's not uppity problem. But anyway, Ness was crying about me the whole fucking night, and her chat was ignoring the fuck out of her, asking her when she was gonna drag pizza. And let me tell you how weird Ness is. Like, Ness, you better not fuck around and get fired from your job. You already lost a neat case money. You don't need to lose your job. This bitch, I was in this Reed chat this morning, right? I was on my way back home at this point. Somebody named Coral Lover or some shit like that was Ness. I don't know how many fucking pages this weirdo got. Because she was like, that bitch whistles through her teeth like I told her. She kept saying I. Look in the Reed chat and look at the troll page Cora Lover. That's Ness. She kept saying I, repeating all the stuff she was saying in her live last night that her own chat went good with. Hi, good morning, Cassie. Good morning, Sassy. Good morning, Eartha. Thank you, ladies. So yeah, Ness is up all night crying about me. All night. That's sad. But it's because I said the truth. Stop playing. Come on, one sub. And y'all hit the like button too. Yeah. So she was, I guess she called herself dragging. It wasn't drag, it was self drag. You know what I'm saying? Nothing she said applied to me. Absolutely nothing. Oh, you do? So why they kept saying I? Oh, okay. Well, maybe they not next. Well, anyway. Well, acting like her. So yeah, because the way they were talking about I, they was trying to repeat Ness. I'm like, girl, Ness own chat didn't believe her last night. Because like everybody know Ness has no reason to be upset. Like, and they know I didn't do nothing wrong. The only people who's going to say I did is the people who didn't like me, and they was looking for a reason. You know what I'm saying? To have a group thing, but like that shit does not bother me at all. Like you got to understand. Look at Tracy. Look at Ken. And Ken gonna talk my woman. Did y'all see my community wall? Ken, you need to get a job. Your wife weave is very telling. Like, why is her weave and scalp so far apart? Like, come on now. She might as well buy a fucking wig. And then her hair is thin as fuck. So the track is in full view. I don't know if he thought that color was gonna help, but it didn't. Oh, she thought that color was gonna help. Good morning, QI. Good morning, Kimberly. And yeah, also I seen a video about DD Love. Shout out to her. That made me feel nice. You know what I'm saying? And the people in the comment section, I appreciate you guys. I know they trying to break me. Like I'm used to it. Like being who I am, and I'm this way online, on offline as well. It's always a bunch of evil-hearted people. Like they don't know the first thing about self-love. So anybody they see with it, they want to try to take it away from them. But it's called self-love. You can't do that, dummy. Oh, I got my 1K, y'all. Thank you. I got my 1K. Perfect time to be on live. Think it was good, K Smooth. Thanks for stopping through. Yeah, he's another one that I met him on Nest Piano. She was up there being delusional, stupid, and very disrespectful, and having other men do it while she's supposedly gay. But we already know she was gay because she was hungry. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could say the truth, boys. But yeah, he disres. Now he said like I ain't gonna say like he was ratchet or whatever. He let her know in a grown man way, and she was so still trying to flirt. She didn't get it. Like she just a weirdo. Like But this girl is a weirdo. I couldn't believe she cried like that last night. Y'all have to see the chat though. Don't just look at what she's saying. I hope her instant, like her chat is up. Look at the fucking chat. Then she goes to make polls. Then she's going panel to panel to panel. Like, girl. But she's telling people that I'm hurt. Why am I hurt? I'm not the one being publicly humiliated after I profess my love to a scary mouse. And then you fucked up when you try to convince us that this heat was some type of CIA special narcs type person. Like, girl, get the hell out of here. We see oh yeah, happy birthday to QI. I did see you. I did finally see that. Today's QI birthday. I think she's 53 or 54 with the 6-pack. Don't forget the 6-pack. So yeah. Oh, let me drop my link if anybody want to come up here and celebrate my 1K with me. Hold on. Okay. Posted. Shout out to my 1K. And I seen Shish Trish. We have to welcome Shish Trish back to New York City. Shout out to Shish. Good morning, Brianna. Good morning. We have to welcome Shish Trish back to New York City. She's officially welcome back. We have to welcome her back. I see her community wall. She told Ness and this he take the stupid ass storyline and kick rocks. She said, I don't want it. She said, I'm done with y'all. I made my views. Bye. Who's in the back? Okay, we got Brianna. We got her. We got Sassy. Let me add her. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning. Not you that came and shook shit up and got your 1K.
Thank you. 1K uppity. All right. That's what I'm talking about. Good morning, D Spot. And make sure y'all please sub
Good morning,
him.
Sassy.
He has a small milestone to reach too. I don't know how many he got so far, but I know he needed 163. Hopefully he's really, really close.
Hey, Brianna. Hey, uppity. Good morning.
Hey. Yeah, God. What are you ladies thinking today?
Girl, I don't even know what the hell going on.
Well, Brianna, I feel like you should have the most to say. I've been suffering a lot of heat just for being in your goddamn chat, going on your panels.
I guess
Apparently,
the only
I'm
thing
trying
I
to
got
start
to
some.
say, the only thing I would have to say to that is, why do you think that you would be different?
I don't know. They accusing us of starting some fat brigade against the whole beef sector.
What?
No,
I got questions. Hold on, I got questions after Breeze finished hollering, baby. That's it. I got questions.
I'm so sorry. Wait, what?
What the fuck is the Fat Brigade all about?
Girl, all the fat people got their flags, bitch.
Who are y'all targeting?
And our superpower is grace.
Now
Our
I'm trying to figure
superpower
it
is
out.
grace.
Is it like the real skinny thin chicks like this heat? Or is it like a size 8'10" skinny thick, thin?
Oh my God.
Child, I don't know what they going on, but the most me and Brianna talk is when I'm on her panel, she's on mine, me in the chat. Nobody's plotting against y'all.
That
We
was
are
funny,
not plotting. But I had people I was cool with. I know, like the Menora's coming at me. Kimmy was just on the live saying how grown woman she is and she doesn't care. But then she's in this he talking about what I did here. You say this about me. First of all, I'm gonna get my opinions on you, but did I drag you? No. I just asked, was you in on it with this heat based on how you came on the platform? And you swear to God that you never heard that recording.
Okay,
but here's the thing, though. Hold on, wait, Sassy.
Let me ask you a question since Brianna is up here.
Okay.
What do you think? What do both of you guys think? But you first, Lovely. What do you think about the notion that you hit Ness while she was down, and now I don't know what they called Brianna and then what do they call?
Wait, no, I have to. I need to cut in. I don't feel like that's what happened because
it's not what happened. That's a
hold on, wait,
how y'all cutting in and I haven't asked the question? Huh?
You did ask a question.
No, I didn't. You literally cut me off, Virgo.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Y'all you want to attack every point. I made a point, but I didn't say. I want to ask the full question.
Okay.
It's a 2 or 3 part question. Okay. How do you feel about them saying, first of all, uppity, that you hit Ness while she was down? Okay. And however they name Bree, Pizarro, and Lady Nika, that crew. Now you're with that crew.
She's not though.
I understand that. I said this is what they're saying. And that to like woo you in to get at Ness. How do you feel about the totality of what they're saying, Uppity? That's my question.
I
Well, can
feel
I
like
answer
that.
first, Uppity, even though this your
Yeah.
platform?
All right, good.
Okay. So I think that's complete bullshit because if we go back to the live when Ness had like the 1.1K, Uppity came up there because she was confused. Like, hold up, wait, do you know everything that's being said? Like, she was just asking questions to try to get understanding. And she was even at one point in time trying to make excuses for like the bullshit that Ness was doing, right? She was trying to make excuses, but I think once she kept getting dismissed, like basically like out. Ness was being condescending towards Uppity. If you go back and look at it, she was being condescending. So I think that's when Uppity was like, "Hold up, wait a minute, bitch! Like you out here looking dumb as fuck, and I'm up here trying to help you out, and you want to be condescending towards me." But Ness was being condescending towards everybody. If everybody that came up there, really, she was being condescending. If you tried to challenge her thinking, because like I said, Ness is not 100%. She wasn't even 90% done, right? She was just embarrassed. But as far as being done with this heat, she's not done with her, right? So I think that's when Uppity went and just went on her platform. Uppity didn't go nowhere else. She went on her platform. She had a conversation. She didn't allow people to come up here and disrespect Ness. They couldn't talk about Ness' motherhood. They couldn't talk about nothing bad about Ness, right? So from Upply's point of view, girl, even though I stayed in my feelings, I still didn't drag you. And then you went and shared Brooke video where Brooke was talking about I was a snake. And then she talked about my child. Now, even though Ness said, oh, I didn't watch the video, I didn't watch it, I didn't know what was said. To Upply's point of view, she was just like, girl, how dare you? Right? So then, as far as Uppity and me and Uppity always go back and forth. We talk our shit, whatever. Uppity always came on my panel. Uppity always would do dumb shit on my panel. So it's like, okay, she comes over, she entertains to her own detriment, right? A lot of the time she be doing dumbass shit on my panel. So it's like, why would I not come over to her channel and join in and support her, even though we do drag each other? As far as her and Pizarro, she can't stand Pizarro. Pizarro can't stand her, and I've never seen Uppity at Lady Nika's. So that's my opinion on that.
Yeah, and to answer your question, like I've been, Sassy, I've been telling Ness about her lack of support of me, and then on top of that, when I'm trying to be nice, and then you want to sit here and get cut off with me and talk about, I'm not basically, I'm trying to go against her by asking her simple ass questions. Is me going against her? But when people are actually disrespecting you, like Poverty in this heat, you ain't got shit to say. All of a sudden, you know how to reserve your fucking feelings. Like, that's weird to me. So that means you know how to do it. You just choosing not to do it for me. So in the beginning, I was more emotional about it, but then I started like taking a step back. And I wasn't really going over there a lot like that. And then she was like, that's when she started coming over here semi-wet. But it's like, I don't want nobody to feel forced. Like, if that's not what you want to do, you don't have to do it. But understand it goes both ways. So when this heat situation came up, everybody know I've been saying things about this heat. I've been said this heat is a narc. You know what I'm saying? Because I had to correct her when she tried that narc bullshit with me. And then that's when to try to like make me like people pissing on my head is rain. And the thing, like she said, the thing she said wasn't making sense. And I was trying to ask her questions on her panel. And y'all can see that every time like she started screaming, yelling, like for no reason, nobody couldn't get a point out. And then the first day I thought, okay, maybe, she's reacting because, she just got humiliated, on in front of everybody. I gave her grace, like whatever, I could understand.
Mm-hmm.
I said, so then the second day, it's the same shit. I said, oh, no. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So now I have my own platform. I'm going to go over here in my own platform. And I've been saying this from day one. I have my own platform. That's how my platform got built up. It started in the B sector when I went over to the Bigo sector. It doesn't matter what sector I am on YouTube. If they block me out their chat or they don't allow me to speak my point, I will come to my page and I'll say what I got to say. That's all I did. But as far as Brianna, I knew Brianna just as long as I knew Ness. And we always used to go back and forth. Like in the beginning, I started out, supporting Brianna. Then I got mad. And so then we started going back and forth after that. But then me and Brianna, like Ness had nothing to do with me and Brianna not getting along, and she had nothing to do with us. Not like saying we besties or whatever. We still talk our shit to each other, but it's not that, you know. But Ness is just a jealous-hearted person. When I started moving around, or whatever the case may be, because and because people do support me, so there's nothing wrong with me supporting them back. So she wants me to only go on her channel and not support Brianna, but even though Brianna supports me, you know what I'm saying? Like like she said, I always been in her chat. So from the very beginning, when I started going live, Brianna would come hit the chat. You know what I'm saying? So this is nothing new. They're just want to circle around us because a lot of them don't like Brianna, like Femnanor. Or I seen he was canoodling with Brianna. You canoodle with Tree Dog. Like, what the fuck? I don't sit here and say shit to you. I make general statement, but I've never sit there and try to tell you not to be Tracy friend. This is y'all pages. Y'all could do like who y'all like, whatever. It's not my business. You know what I'm saying? Just like, but for some reason, certain people, especially I guess because I was over there, feel like they could ownership over me.
Well,
and my
let me, because now we're okay. I definitely, I appreciate that from both of you guys, because that's just kind of factually like how it went down, right? But if we like just put the emotions a part of it, because obviously this was it was emotional on her part to be talking to you that way. It was emotional on your part to question her in front of how many ever thousands of people. Then, you know, all of that, right? Okay, so let's, like, the emotional part about it is, but you did the same thing, an emotional response when it came to Jessica Michelle. How fitting for, you know, that's Sandra Michelle,
right?
Same thing about Jessica and Pizarro, which it seems like, you know, now she's come back around to the other side, but you know, whatever, right? So emotionally, sometimes people are like, wait, I thought you didn't like her. You know, I never really do that because I try to get to, remember, I told you I wish you would stop talking about Brianna so bad because it didn't even seem, it was like overkill. You know what I mean? And it didn't seem like it was like that big of an issue about an email 3 years ago. It just seemed like you were holding on to it and being emotional about it. I wanted you to cut the shit and y'all just, you know, talk your shit.
I'm a Pisces, y'all. I'm sorry. Go ahead, though.
Okay, I'm a water sign too, but you know, okay, I get it. But yeah, so, and it wasn't because of my no allegiance or anything to Brianna. It was just like, come on, how many times you gonna call a girl fat? It's just mean. It's just stupid, you know, damn. And it's, you know, anyway. Okay, but emotionally, you did the same thing to people that you liked, right? Because sometimes that's how women react. So then that means Ness was being emotional. So all of that was going on. You came over to your live. If she is it, because I reached out to her, you know, publicly underneath her live and said, can you admit that you shared the live out of spite? She hearted it, but she didn't say anything, you know, because I felt like this was early yesterday morning. I felt like if we caught it before it went too far, then maybe it wasn't about reconciliation, but it was about you guys taking the emotions out of it and realizing like who the other person was and not go so dark. Now I think it's up and it's stuck. Is that how you feel? Like it's
yeah, but it's been that way. Like I said, she did it out of spite and the fact that she won, but she's been doing stuff like that. And she loves to say, like, oh, I don't have to fight anybody battles, but then turn around, I want you to fight theirs. and on the part of the breed, in fact, she was calling me fat too. But Brianna would say in the chat, and I used to be on panels. You know what I'm saying? And like if she like Bree was picking at me, and I didn't have to overkill. Like
I don't want to go over that situation because you guys are cool, but you were
we cool. But I just wanted to make that correction because I was put out there.
But hers came after yours.
Okay, but so I'm gonna move past it. We could agree with this.
Okay.
But, as far as that, yeah, Ness definitely did. But like, see, for instance, when I stopped going to her panels, she started following me around. Like we was on Kenola panel, when I was on Kenola panel, and they was Joanna was going on and on about I don't have custody of my kids. When even though everybody knows I used to because she's 18 now. I used to share 50% custody with her dad. So Ness gonna come up there, quote unquote, defending me, but she's really being shady. She's like, well, I've never had to go to court for my kids, but.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. At that point, y'all had already gone low. I mean, that's
we hadn't. I hadn't said nothing to Ness. This is days ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait,
like I said, she's been doing that.
Slow down, and tell me what happened again. And hey, Vibes, bye, Vibes. Tell me again.
This happened, I believe, like a week or two ago, way before they came up with this new storyline. I had been stepping away from Ness and her platform, you know, and I was just going around to like different platforms. This time I was on Ken's platform. I think it's like a week ago, maybe 2. I don't know. But Joanna was up there doing her usual, following me, stalking me. So she came up on the panel. She came up on the panel to tell me that I didn't have. She came up on the panel to tell me I didn't
Oh,
have
y'all,
custody of my
Uppity
daughter.
sound keeps cutting out.
Oh, my sound keep messing up.
It's cutting out, yeah.
Oh,
But
let
go
me
ahead.
move. But so she was coming in and stalking me. So she was telling the panel that I don't have custody, or the panel in the chat that I don't have custody of my kids. And I said that is not true. You know what I'm saying? And I said, and the child that they talking about, she's 18 now, so it's nobody got custody of her but herself. But I have 50% custody. Then I guess Ness was in the crowd or whatever, because it was like a popping live. So Ness came and hit the panel.
Ken Nola's panel?
It was Ken Nola's panel, exactly.
Okay, go ahead.
So then the first thing she said was, "Oh yeah," she was like, "Why?" She was like, "Well, I never had to go to court for my son, but Uppity does have 50% custody." So I said, "Well, of course." I said, and the only way he was going to get 50% custody is if he went to court, because I would have to be dead or court ordered to give up.
Okay, I got it. But you're saying
No, I said that and I moved on. She didn't say not another word because she already knows she went again. I was gonna go again.
No,
You know
I'm
what I'm saying?
asking a question. So you're saying that when she initially said that, you took that as a dig, not as a statement.
I know it was a dig.
Oh, okay.
What would be the point of you saying you didn't go to custody? You didn't have to go to court for your son, as if the only favor that wasn't being done was for you. It's not like you anyway. So that's basically, so she does stuff like that constantly. So but it's just that I don't feed into it, because I noticed that pattern in her even when I was cool with her. She wants, like, I don't think she got like a lot of praise in life. So anytime she see anybody's getting any type of accolades, it's like she want to make a competition about it. Like, oh, you said she could sing, let me try to be Mariah Carey. You know what I'm saying? Like one of those. But that didn't really bother me. I mean, in real life it would, but on the internet it's like, whatever, girl, I don't care. You know what I'm saying?
So is it's a done deal with you guys? You don't think
Correct. Well, she did that with the Brooke thing, because I already told her when she did things like that in the past. And like I said, I defended her some more than she did. You know what I'm saying? Like I told her, I don't have that type of attitude. So if you're gonna be sitting with people on your panel that want to drag my kids, it's not gonna go. You know what I'm saying? I already know myself. I'm gonna start dragging everybody on that fucking panel, whether you said something or not. In my opinion, especially you have control of the panel, so you allowed that shit. So you're gonna get dragged too. I don't care if you said nothing or not. And then that's when she stopped it. But like I said, she did that intentionally, because everybody knows the easiest way to get to me is by saying something about my child. You know what I'm saying? So when they cannot get me with their words, which they never can, they always want to go to my daughter. So that's when I said, you know what? When they want to start going to talking about my daughter, I'm gonna show them a real fucking devil. And that's what I started doing lately.
Yeah, I'm out on all that kind of shit. I don't agree with any of that, but do your thing. How do you feel about oh girl, listen, how that Tracy drag was, that's gonna be beef sector classic.
Yeah, but I don't think it was a drag though, and I feel like it was all self-release. Nothing she said about applied to me. And like I said, the only thing she won was the mic contest. But now I know, because I never understood what they say when, like, I didn't know they mean like a regular mic that you stick in your phone, like when you listen to your headphones. Actually, let me put the mic I got in now. But this is only a little $5 one. Let me see how it sounds though.
No, me and Bree. Oh, you just want to test it out. Me and Bree can hear you real loud.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but if somebody come on with a loud ass mic, you see my voice is kind of sore now from trying to overtalk her goddamn microphone, and I normally don't be yelling like that anyway. But she didn't fucking drag me with her mustard smelling long titty ass. Like, she cannot drag me. She came to condition her hair or clean her apartment. Like, why would
I adore you, but that was an epic drag. Like that was.
I don't get.
It was brutal. So I mean, if that's your answer and you sticking to it, you're gonna go around and people ask you about it and say it wasn't a drag, then that's okay. But it was. Let's be clear, it was like brutal. And I mean, are you ready for this? Because now.
Yeah, I don't. Tracy, you know how many times I drag Tracy? You know why Tracy's so mad at me? And every time she see me, she has a heart attack. Because I've been on drag Tracy for years. Tracy makes a new page and blocks me immediately. Can y'all hear me better, or is it the same?
What do you think, Bree? It sounds like it's lower.
Oh well, maybe. Like I said, they told me.
Sorry, I just had to block this little girl. But I want to say this.
It could be other to y'all. Yeah.
What I want to say, what I was trying to say earlier was, I think that people are not taking to take into account that, you know how like when most people get into it, like they go to their enemies and they drag and they go like Uppity didn't come to my channel or Pizarro's channel to drag Ness. She went on her own channel to try to get her feelings out. Cause you know a lot of times people be like, oh, well if there was a problem, why not address it? She went to her channel to address her feelings. She didn't go anywhere else. And I feel like people not giving Uppity credit for that.
That's a great point, Bree. Yep, that's a good point.
Miss Chicago, hey.
And I think they still would have been cool if Ness wouldn't have done that act of or not cool, not necessarily cool, but I think they would have been able to work it out if Ness wouldn't have did that act of passive aggression.
Yeah, and to me, of all people, when the people she needed to
live and then to drop down and say I'm on my way home, then
right.
I didn't listen to the live. You didn't have to listen to the live. I didn't listen to the live. I know it was about Uppity because the title was very self-explanatory.
Thank you.
I didn't take a rocket scientist to see. I was like, damn.
Thank you so much.
That's who Brooke is, though. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, she said I was the only one in the chat that acknowledged how hypocritical that quote unquote drag was last night. There was absolutely no reason why Tracy would call Uppity ugly. This has to be the Twilight Zone. I'm just saying. And then she said she hope niggas punch me in my mouth. When Ken Nola came on the chat, this is like yo to me, in order for it to be a drag or funny, it has to be based in truth and reality. When Ken Nola called me out my fucking name, I have been waiting for a nigga to try me on the internet because I know they punks. I ran downstairs so fucking quick. And got these guys on the live, and they telling Ken Nola, post your Cash App and show proof that you at that location. The nigga wouldn't do it and tried to be friends the very next day because he's a bitch ass nigga. Like I like that. But when this guy came by your apartment and filmed you, you couldn't call your man. You couldn't call all these niggas, these dussies you be Cash Apping. You had to call the police crying. So like everything you say it was to me it was a verdict of her life. Like I mean y'all could call it a drag. I'm not even mad about it. Like I said, I've been dragging Tracy for years, and I always win. So y'all want to give her one? That's fine. She has never.
I mean, regardless if I like you or not, I'm gonna be truthful about what.
No, I know you are. Trust me, I'm not taking it personal.
How I viewed it, So I just wanted to know.
If one thing you are sassy, you are biased. I'll give you that much.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I mean, for me,
you might feel that way. I'm not saying you don't, but I know a lot of people that's saying it. They just don't like Uppity and be looking for something to say. But I don't feel that.
That might be true too. Yeah, that might be true. But yeah, that was pretty clear cut to me. But anyway, I'm glad that you
but trust me, but y'all seen that's not supporting me, you know what I'm saying? Even when when you show me how to make the Cash App, right? When I would try to go with my Cash App on my screen name, she would take the screens off she would take the names off the screen. She never even had her mods post my link in the chat, and she's the one that insisted I make a page. But like I said, she's a cohort nerd. But I saw that, but I know that she's also like psychologically damaged. So I try not to hold every little thing against her because I know I'm a work in progress myself, and people have worked with me, but my intentions has always been pure. You know what I'm saying? If I'm going mostly when I do things, it's mostly harming myself, not other people. But she literally embraces people that let her know that they don't give a fuck about her, and then try to take it out on other people and take people kindness for weakness. So I don't need those people around me in real life or online because that's draining, not good for my mental health.
Yeah. I mean, Uppity, why did you block my Cash App request?
But she sent me a request for she said $50 for crack and beer. I blocked the hell out of her.
I love me some Beyonce, girl. She's a
I'm gonna unblock you, girl. I'm gonna unblock you.
She's a cute troll.
She disrespects me on a regular, and I try to give her grace because I know she's hurt, and that's how she get treated, and I know that's a thing.
Who?
But, Ness.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, she gets constantly mistreated. But why you got some? Did you hear her live last night? All night about me. She was more mad at me than this heat, and this heat is the one that told everybody you stink. I don't care if it's a storyline or what. Why take it there? You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things you could have said.
I tried to listen, but it was replay. I was done after Heaty's live. I mean, that was such an exhausting ghetto fun-filled live that, after that, I just started watching TLC. Because I'm on my 90-day fiance bullshit. But
I love that show too.
Yeah. And The Other Way, and then this and that, they got some anyway. So I just tapped out of YouTube, so I was trying to watch some replays this morning, but I mean, it really wasn't too much going on. I mean, I didn't see anything like all that spectacular.
Yeah.
Oh, but you said you were trying to give Trish her props while I was coming up here. You said that give Trish her props because she just, made a post and said that she doesn't want to interview either one of them. I think that's interesting. I mean, first of all, who would want to interview anybody after I asked for the interview? That's number 1, 2, and 3.
Right.
Okay. Number 4, Trish is a fucking goofball. I mean, what does she want to ask them about? Scissoring and shit? Like, I heard her say, like, oh, you should go to Sassy because we're going to do a very different interview. You're damn right we are. You're damn skippy.
I think you'd have been perfect, but to be honest, they went to her.
Cut out.
Like, oh, can you hear me better now? Hello?
You cut out.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Lord, y'all. She'll be back. She's cutting out today, y'all.
Yeah. It's my.
Okay.
I'm back. Okay, good. The train must have been coming. But what I was going to say is this heat went to her first, like a couple of days. I don't know if you knew that because I didn't know about it.
I heard about it, yeah.
But that interview was trash. Like, she was allowing her to lie about the obvious. So when you said she was going to interview, I was hoping that, she did. Then next thing I know, Ness was over there. But I think by now, everybody came to the conclusion, like I was saying the other day, me and Sassy Ben called it. This is a play.
Oh, wait, hold on. They're saying that. So when I'm saying she's cutting out, she's not cutting out for you guys. Is that me? Because she's like literally cutting out periodically. Can't you tell you're cutting out?
Yeah, I could tell by my signals to get lower.
That's what I thought. I was like, wait, but I don't know. Let's hear maybe some more people. Maybe it's me. If so, then I'll refresh. Well, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Go ahead.
Yeah, when you said something about my daughter, I'm gonna say all type of things about his. But
you be switching so fast. Wait, I thought we was talking about Trish and all that.
No, I was answering RNY.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, but yes, she went to her interview, and the part that I heard, and I was so mad at Trish. I'm like, ain't you supposed to be from New York, girl? The minute you gonna allow her to sit there and say she never said that Ness smell, but not only did she say it, she went into details as to why. You know what I'm saying? So,
girl, so it's me. Oh, wait, I hear it. It's not you. And some people say we hear, girl. Anyway, I'm not gonna. If you cut out again, I'm not gonna say anything because I'm getting mixed messages. I was like, I could swear that it was you cutting out, and then you say you can hear yourself cutting out, but they say they can't hear you cutting out. Isn't that weird? Anyway, go ahead, honey.
Yeah, so I thought that was weird. So when I did one of my lives, I think maybe I addressed it in the live I made when I was talking about Ness. You want the link again? Hold on.
Who is Jelly Bean?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, why are you dropping your link and you don't?
Okay, yeah, Jelly Bean, who are you?
And you don't have a banner.
Yeah, you're right. I don't. I
mean, I can show you how to do it real quick. You're gonna have to put yourself on the front page. You can drop it. I mean, but you got to be prepared.
Yeah, okay. See, I don't have to go through all that. Jelly Bean, what's your name? Like, but anyway, so
drop the link. Maybe they want to drop the link. Maybe they just want to talk in the back.
Okay. They was like, she was telling Trish that she never said anything about Ness smelling, and clearly Pizza got the backstage recording of she saying, not only of her saying that, like she went into details about it. So it's no way you can sit there and act like that's not what your intentions, that's not what you meant. Like, she was allowing her to get away with things that was outright lies, that she could easily just pulled up the recording and played it. Like, okay, what do you mean by this then? Just play her own words. You know what I'm saying? She wouldn't even do that. And then they just basically gazed over the subject and started like having like jokes and stuff. I'm like, this is weird. So I didn't even listen to the live after that. But I meant to go back, but because people told me it was on that live that she said if she take Ness back, Ness got to get on all fours and crawl and beg for it.
I heard it, but I didn't put too much emphasis on it because it seemed like it was tongue in cheek, but she said it.
Like, you can't even play with me like that.
Well, okay.
Especially after calling me stink. Like, it's just coming across like, but I said Ness coming across like thirsty and desperate. And that's annoying to me. Like, you ain't gonna sit here and just play me like that, you know. I heard a beat. Oh, you ain't gonna see. Oh, there's somebody in the back. Oh, forgot. Oh, here she go. What's going on?
What's up? Okay, so
hi, good morning.
I never said anything about her smelling.
Wait, hold on now. We heard it. What are you talking about?
No, I did not ever say she smelled on the.
You did.
We heard it.
You said she's not clean.
I said, but that's not what I. That's not what I said.
Oh, you're playing semantics. Let me go.
Exactly, but we can't do that.
No. Let her say what she said.
Okay, uppity, sassy, but I don't know why you coming at me like that, especially when
I'm not coming at you.
Okay,
I'm not.
let me talk to uppity because that's not what I said.
No, I said I was going on mute. I apologize.
But,
go ahead.
You know, uppity. That's what I understand about y'all. Y'all be on some fake ass shit because, like, why would y'all come to my platform if you got a problem with me? If you think all these things about
like I explained to you. No, let me talk.
But I don't even come for you though. I don't even come.
But this is not me coming for you. You said that.
You be causing these problems yourself, uppity, and you think you get out because you get people over here and shit like that. But you're not. But this shit is temporary. You are.
Well, no, Sassy been coming over here. But listen,
for you to come up with some real content. I'm ready for you to come up with
real content. But let's not do an argument. You're deflecting this. You said that she's not clean. Why are you making this about you? This is about what you said.
Buddy.
Okay, but I'm saying if you have a problem with me, don't come to my channel. Stay on your fucking channel with your 10 viewers like you usually do.
Okay.
Don't come to my shit.
Why you
that's all I'm trying to say. And Sassy, don't come at me.
Oh, yeah, because you want she thinks she gonna come up here and bogart shit.
Like I said, I'm not trying to bogart anything.
You don't got no views.
I'm not trying to bogart anything.
The beast that you don't like your boring ass bitch. Don't forget who was behind the scenes begging.
Why do y'all have to talk like this?
I'm just saying she wants Ness to be her content and shit like that every single day. Like, how many times you gonna talk about me? Content. Talk about what's going on. After a while, people are gonna get tired of you talking about one person. Come up with some content.
Calm down. Good morning.
What is your issue? If I said that I didn't say that, if I said that that's not what I said. I know what I said, but that's not what I said.
What did you say then? And are you saying
go back and listen to it? I never said anything about an older. But I know exactly what I said, but I didn't say anything about an older.
You don't want me to repeat it because it's offensive. You don't want me to repeat it because it's offensive? I won't. But what you
no, I'm saying that I know what I said, but I did not say anything about an older at all.
Okay, we'll give you that.
Exactly.
We do know what you did say.
But I don't want to repeat it because
I'm not going to. I got it. I'm not going to. I get it. But you can't. Okay, but we're playing semantics at this point because you inferred it. So if you want us to use the word infer, we can. Now, do we still have an issue? Is there something else that you have an issue with uppity about? Because you said what you said and it was an offensive.
My other issue with uppity is that, like, you know, you don't have an issue with me and I'm supposed to be a narc and stuff. Just like I was being cool with you yesterday. You came over to my panel. All these bitches that say they don't like me, they come to my shit. I don't come to y'all shit. And it's just interesting how you just talk shit about me all the time. And I don't even be bringing your ass up. But I don't know if you want to be relevant. I don't know what you're doing, uppity, but you really need to, like, come up with some real content and you know, do more than just talk about me.
If I want to be relevant, why would I talk about you?
What are you talking about?
If I want to be relevant, the accusation is if I want to be relevant, why would I pick you?
I don't know. I don't even know why you're talking about me.
Because that's a like what you're doing is ad hominems and it don't make sense.
But no.
Like
but at the end of the day,
let me clarify what I was saying. If I asked the same questions I asked on your panel, and every time we talk, you supposedly like him with my questions. So don't act like I go to your channel. I came for your channel for the first time, like everybody else, due to the bunch of bullet holes in your stories. So I heard you said in your live they edited, and you were saying like they messed up the audio recording. So are you trying to say that live, that piece of play where you inferred that she had body issues, that they edited that audio?
No, uppity. You don't get
to edit the audio. Please don't bring it around to me.
Ask me any kind of questions. Like I said, if you have a problem with me, don't come to my shit. Because there was people who didn't have a problem with me that did not come to my shit.
But why can't you answer the question? I don't have a problem with you.
I don't even talk about
I'm asking questions.
I don't even talk about you. I don't have the relationship that you and Ness
had. But you're over
here
here now. But I'm not asking thing. Why I don't have a problem with you, so you can stop deflecting. I'm asking you a question. But so answer to my answer. It's a yes or no answer.
But
Pizza edit that audio. No. You're deflecting. You're deflecting and using ad hominems. Did Pizza edit that recording that she uploaded of you? Did she cut out some conversation?
You know, Pizarro's not smart enough to edit anything.
Well, no, okay, so then what are you talking about? You said she's not clean, and you had to bring her toothbrush because she's a childish mind. You told him to play the audio. You went there to humiliate her because you know she's desperate for money and she's doing things for change.
Yeah.
You're taking advantage of a vulnerable woman. You don't like that. But this is not my responsibility. But if she's dirty, why would you let her eat your
answering your
snack?
question. I'm answering.
Okay, answer. I'm a mute.
You mentioned all of the things that I said, but nothing I said had to do with an odor. Now, you can make assumptions, you can insinuate, or whatever the case may be, but I never said anything about an odor because she did not have it at all.
Okay. But you did say she's not clean. But why would you need to bring her toothbrush? Why would you think she needed a toothbrush if her mouth don't have an odor?
What I'm saying is, I understand you and Ness are going through whatever y'all going through, but this whole because you're feeling some kind of way, you're gonna drag her through the mud and shit like that or whatever. You older than both of us, a lot older than both of us. So like
exactly. So you should listen to some woman of wisdom because I'm trying to tell y'all right now what y'all was going through, it could have been avoided. Y'all look like fools. No. Let me finish. I'm not that much older than this, and I'm damn sure that much more older than you. But y'all look older than me. So that's a read I'll take. You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay. And you love me for my wisdom. That's why you used to come to ask me to come backstage, asking me to hit your panel. But now that I know that you don't want me over there, I won't be. Listen. I'm telling you that
you wasn't intelligent, Uppity, but I'm just saying you're going about this wrong. You're going about this wrong.
How? I'm asking you questions based on your story. I didn't add nothing to your story. I didn't take it away.
No, I'm not trying to make sense. I'm not talking about me. I'm saying the stuff that you're doing with the whole Ness thing or whatever.
What am I doing to Ness? Tell me what you think I'm doing.
It's like, if you guys fell out, then be a woman about it and just move on. Like, why are you bitching every single day about what
you need to tell that to Ness, because Ness has been here in panels, making community posts, making lives. Ness went on a 6-hour crying about me. She's supposed to be crying over you, humiliating her.
Hold on just a second. So basically this heat, you're up here in defense of Ness, which I think is admirable. So are you guys getting back together soon?
It's not even look, it's not about that. It's just, I know the difference between right and wrong or whatever. Everybody calls me a narc and all that stuff or whatever, but that is just not true. It's just not true at all. I just like order in chaos. So, and QI, shut the fuck up or whatever. You trying to lie and shit like that. Even Ness said that your lies was you were lying and shit like that in the chat. We know that VS shoved her fist up you, bitch. I don't get penetrated. So stop lying, you ugly, burnt, dirty ass stud.
Okay, no colorism remarks over here. No color, like you don't like the F word move. I don't like colorist remarks made. I'm black and proud.
Okay, well, she's ugly as fuck. But like I said, and on your birthday. So that's the whole thing or whatever. I don't understand. You got this old 53-year-old bitch in the chat that don't have shit else to do.
Can you chill for a minute so we can stay focused for me, baby, please?
Please, because we got questions. Sassy, take over me. I gotta refresh my drinks.
Okay,
it's actually very nice. So I know Ness put in her private group that if you do an interview with Sassy, she's gonna flip out. I don't know why, because Sassy was nothing but supportive of Nication. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. She was one of y'all main supporters. I don't know why y'all treating her like that, because we have questions that
I didn't do anything. Like.
He didn't do anything. I can't blame it on he. Yeah, I didn't hear he say nothing other than she would think about it. So I'm sorry that Ness feels that way, but I know that that's your ex-partner, soon to be reunited. So I understand if the PR team doesn't want you to do it on many.
No, it's just that me and Ness have a level of respect for each other.
I get it. Yeah, that's what I mean.
I think people understand that. Like, it's not that we're we're going to get back together or all that other stuff.
Right. But I said your ex, and if she doesn't want you to do it, I can understand it. But everybody knows my brand, and you even know what I'm gonna bring. You know what I mean? But anyway, let's get back. This is Uppity's channel. I'm just here co-hosting. But QI, let us try to do this because we appreciate he clicking the panel. And the whole chat thing is not necessary right now, girl. You can dog her in every other.
QI just lonely. She ain't got nobody. She in these chats all day, every day.
Please show respect to our panel guests, please. So, and like I said, I'll be right back. I just gotta anyway. But yeah, QI, please, y'all could beep any day. Let's just respect our panel guests. I want them to feel comfortable when they come on my panel. So
Yeah, I'm sorry that y'all don't. Yeah, there you can have respect at that moment. Yeah. I mean, I don't know why the chat doesn't understand that. Plenty of CCs require that or ask that of a panel guest.
But
It's
if we
not that big of a stretch. These people, they baby, they be looking to pick. But
But that's
anyway,
what we have to talk about if we if there is ever, an interview that happens or whatever. I don't really want to like go into that here or whatever.
right.
Um, but as far as I just feel like it's in poor taste and it's classless for Uppity to, when she's saying she helped Ness and all this other shit or whatever, the only and she has some kind of relevance right now is because she's talking about the story. She's talking about us, and she's talking
Don't you
about
find that quite hypocritical? Because, and I'm sorry to interrupt, but don't you find that quite hypocritical when didn't Ness just talk about her last night? I heard. I didn't hear it, but is that not true?
Platform to platform, I'm sure going to platform and platform talking about her. I've seen her yesterday. I was in these.
What do you think about Ness sharing Brooks live? Did you think that did she hold any culpability in that?
I heard Ness's video, and she even said that she did not watch Brooks live. I mean, no, she didn't watch Brooks live. She wasn't in there, and she just shared the live or whatever. She did not, she didn't participate at all. So I don't understand, like, what is the problem with sharing somebody? Like, it's just she's acting. I mean,
would you be okay? Let me
but
ask
when you knew what Stevie's acting, when she knew what was it about, she didn't delete it.
Hold on. Let me ask the question. I promise I'm gonna get there. Let me ask you this.
But that could have been a conversation that could have been had like two adults. Like I don't, I'm not into you.
Let me ask you, because you love your wall. Let me ask you, would you have had a nice conversation if Ness would have shared a live that said, basically shut the fuck up, this heat, and fuck you? Like, I mean, that's basically what the title said. So it didn't take a rocket scientist to know that Brooke was about to drag this heat. I mean, excuse me, Uppity, would you have been sorry, okay with Ness sharing that live, and then later with the excuse that she didn't watch the live?
Yeah, I mean, I would have, but the type of person I am, I would have had a conversation with her when that next time she went live to see what, why did you do that? I'm the type of person, even if when Ness does things, when she would do things that I didn't like, I would run her, privately, and I would ask her, well, why is this? Why is that? And that's the type of person.
You would also curse her out publicly. I mean, those bitches came from the depths of your soul. I mean, you know how to say the word bitch when you get upset. My goodness, girl.
Well, I mean, yeah, well.
Yeah. Okay, Uppity. Oh, she went to go get her drink. So you even came up here to
maturity here, and I'm the last person to talk about maturity, so I know that this is a problem, that
hey y'all, I'm back, and I am drinking my tea with lemon because I was over there on this heat chat losing my goddamn voice. But yeah, I went to go. I had to boil some water for some more tea. But yeah, this heat, like I said, you acting like I changed, and nobody's dragging Ness. You seen how disrespectful Ness was. That's how me and you. When you got mad at Ness, you went to her ops. When I got mad at Ness, I went to my page. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. Wait a minute, because girl, that's a word. Ooh, this heat. Girl, okay. She like slapped you with a wet hot towel. What say you?
Well, that whole thing or whatever. Like, okay, there were mistakes that was made, and I'm not denying that. But I am and I'm gonna make crazy, stupid decisions and stuff like that in life in general. So what can I do now at this point?
What you can do is start by accepting your own accountability and not trying to judge me. And I didn't do anything wrong, and I have no ties to her.
But okay, fine. With you and Ness, that's fine. But like, what about me? I'm like, dang, like, why she keep talking about me? Talking about I'm a
well, you're part of the situation. It was things you were doing. Like, see, when you posted that apartment, I did not know where the apartment was, and then based on this reaction, because you got to realize when this first started, I was getting upset with you as a friend, but I tried to keep it neutral because I was trying to understand what was going on. Because like I said, I did not have any idea when you went and went on Poverty's link and said you want to talk to her behind the scenes and everything. But when I heard her talking about it, I don't usually believe anything she says. So like I stated, I was on a live that day, and there's receipts. I was on Intrinsic Love Live. You know what I'm saying? We were talking about something totally different. And my pages don't even consist of nets or whatever the case may be. I don't hardly even talk about the B sector unless I come over here to drag somebody because I couldn't get my point across on where I was at. But for the most part, my page is not even about the B sector. I'm just adjacent to it. But like I stated, when you when you came out and said that about I did not know what was going on. The very first day I was getting information as I saw it on the panel. So how I reacted is no different how I react any other time. You just took it personal because it was about you. But it's not even the first time we have gotten into it. You know what I'm saying? So at this point you should have known. But for some reason I feel like because my questions were leading to things that I think everybody at this point, I don't know when y'all gonna admit it was a play, but I feel like the questions I was having wasn't. It seemed to me like y'all was cleaning up. You put a fake apartment out, and then why would
let her answer, Uppity?
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's not. First of all, none of this is a play. You can obviously tell by now when Ness has real emotions, and she was actually almost about to cry. Nobody's doing this. I mean, for any of these people here. Like this is not anything that we're not. There's no money in this shit. I mean, well, at least for me. And even for Ness, like it's not enough for us to concoct the whole thing or whatever. Like it really happened. Things really happen. Emotions really happen. And that's what y'all need to understand. Y'all want it to be a play, but it's not a play.
Okay, so I apologize for interrupting Uppity, but so that's okay. And that's, you say it's not a play. Most of us assume that it was of some sort. I personally said I don't know who the players are, but it definitely appeared to be a play of some sorts. So you're telling us from you're the person involved. Nication wasn't a play, and then even you coming back to talk directly to her ops and telling them that they could play the audio, which you knew was going to hurt them, was not a play, but just a bad decision.
A lot of the stuff that I did that day was a bad decision based off of
boo here. You see that? This heat?
I mean, and see stuff you saying shit like that or whatever. You know,
I'm being condescending. I always said that
you said she was
this heat. No, this heat. You know, I always said Pizza was more into you than you into her. I've always said that, so don't get sensitive.
But that girl's dead to me. You feel me? I don't.
Oh, I didn't know. Okay, sorry.
Okay, let's get back.
Can go die.
Yeah, my apologies. I won't do that no more. I won't do that no more. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Pizarro can go die for all I care. Pizarro is dead to me. So all this talking about, I'm not even acknowledging anything.
Okay, I will never do that again because I know you guys to go back and forth. So if you're saying that, I will respect your opinion. I won't highlight any comment anything she has to say to you. She's just gonna have to make sure somebody else tell her. I won't highlight it. I'm sorry. Continue with your question, Sassy. Sorry about that. I'm sorry, this heat. Okay.
Because when I do what I do to her, I want that was me that did it. I want her to know that was me that did it. Don't look around and ask like what's going on. Like you try to lie about that mod gay shit, bitch. Just know that I'm the one that did that to you, bitch, because I don't play when it comes to my personal life. So
wait, hold on. Did you just drop an exclusive? You did what to her?
No, I'm saying when something happens to her.
Oh, okay.
Happens to her on a I know where to get Pizarro. I know where to hit her where it hurts, and it's not like I said, it's not on YouTube.
Wait. She didn't hurt you off of YouTube. Why are you?
I affect her. I'm gonna make sure I affect her in a certain type of way, and I already know what to do. I've already spoken to the people. Yeah. So like I said, don't speak to me. I don't fuck with you. I'm not cool with you. I don't want nothing to do with you. Leave me the fuck alone, bitch. Like I said, you a whole lesbian. Leave me the fuck alone. I don't want nothing to do with you. But
I wish that you would reconsider taking anything off of YouTube. I don't know why you guys do that, but I just want it out there that I just wish that you would reconsider anything nefarious you're trying to do to her other than roasting Gad, because it appears I'm not really. Can you explain why you're so upset with her right now?
I mean, because she just did things that she shouldn't have done or whatever when it comes to my personal life. And I don't think that that was right, especially when we've talked before behind the scenes, way before Ness, we was talking before behind the scenes. So,
Yeah, that was my question. You got these soirees behind the scenes didn't just start. So you're saying,
so
and
she
you told her to put it out. So that's why I'm a little confused about your vitriol towards her now.
Yeah, but she's heard me upset before, and she's never done nothing like this. But what she was trying to do was trying to get at Ness and trying to make Ness feel some kind of way. Because for some reason, she has that much hate in her heart that she wants to make Ness like so upset and angry. And it's like, damn, bitch, like, is it because you like me? Is it because you want me or something like that? Because you've been tripping ever since me and Ness got together. You know what I'm saying? So she needs to figure that out with herself, with all that fake ass marriage bullshit that she keeps on trying to peddle around here that nobody believes. Y'all keep on thinking that bitch is hetero. Like, I don't know no hetero bitch that sits on private stream yards for fucking hours to talk to
I
someone.
don't either. Can I ask you a question about those conversations? Did you because you've admitted that you thought that she was romantically interested in you.
Yeah.
And so, and which is fair assumption, right? I mean, if I was behind those stream yards with a heterosexual man, it would be fair to me for them to think that I was interested. Okay. Did you but it seems like it was a lot of conversations. And so were you enjoying getting to know her, or was that a play?
No, like it wasn't trying to get to know her or anything. It was like we were having conversations like either about like we would mostly have conversations like about like the sector, mostly about the sector, and or we'll have conversations. Sometimes we'll veer off into like, our different environments that we live in and stuff like that or whatever. It will be stuff like that, like very vague type of stuff or whatever. But no, yeah. Mm.
So you didn't necessarily enjoy it. You were doing it just so you could find out more information. I'm trying to figure out the
Well,
motive part.
if something happened or if I wanted her like to come on my channel to do like some type of like live or something like that, we would talk about that. We would talk about like stuff that happened on her channel sometimes or whatever that I didn't like, or I would be curious about. It would be stuff like that. It would not be anything on that level because I didn't look at her in that type of way. I don't even know what she looks like. So why, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. She said maybe you thought Kivia's voice was pretty. Did you think Kivia's voice is pretty, i.e. Pizarro?
no,
Okay.
voice is pretty.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
well, girl. Well, I don't think you should be mad at Uppy. I mean, I understand you wanting to have Ness's back, but I don't think
Not mad at uppity. It's just that I just don't understand where all this is coming from. But I'm starting to understand, like, this is uppity's energy. That's who this is type her. Like she likes to. She's messy. So I'm move around and stuff like that or whatever, and just do what I do. So.
Yeah, I mean, because Uppity's uppity, but she's a sweet girl, just like Ness is Ness, but she's a sweet girl, But I mean, Ness, Ness talks a lot of shit.
Right. But I would never say that Uppity is definitely not innocent or whatever. She's not innocent. And then it made me feel some kind of way. Like you clicked on my link yesterday and you and everybody telling me, Brooke and Ken telling me that this girl talking crazy about me. And I'm like, damn, like
this heat. Have I done anything different than we have in the past when we was cool? Have I been like, I was asking questions, I didn't get disrespectful until, like I said, when I asked you a question, then I guess because you started getting a little notoriety, you couldn't give me a simple yes or no, or even think about it. You just basically deleted the post and then you never addressed me. So I'm like, how you gonna get brand new on me when you used to ask me to hit your panel? You used to ask me to talk to you because of the way I question things. So it feels like you're taking it personal because it's about you.
How many scams I've been involved in, Uppity, before you even became like a content creator? Like this is not
that's name. I understand that, but what I'm saying is, why are you taking it personal when I asked you questions when I wasn't even being disrespectful?
No, it's not about you asking me questions. It's about people coming to me yesterday, like Ken and Brooke, saying that you were talking crazy about.
Well, we know Ken Nola has a
Ken
personal
the shit
agenda.
starter, Ken the shit starter, and
Yeah.
Brooke the light skinned interloper.
Correct.
Okay.
And you've seen that, and you know that now. And I don't appreciate you bringing up Brooke because you have been on the panel and even made comments yourself how she sit there, insert herself, and then lie and play victim when it doesn't go her way. We have
No,
talked
that
about this.
wasn't confirmed, Jennifer. They're just running for that in the chat. He did
Am I
not say
lying to T? Am I lying?
I've never said about Brooke. I don't talk crazy about Brooke.
No, I'm not saying you talking crazy, but like when she came on the panel, because you got to remember, a lot of these, I know Brooke because she came on the panel, asked me a bunch of questions, and people was attacking her about a fake baby. I didn't even know who the hell she was. And then when I basically didn't want to be bothered with her no more, she went in on my daughter and then lied and said I talked about her. I said no. People said you got a fake baby and you keep saying it's real, and I'm telling you to get a rebirth doll. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't. That's what I said, and you was in the chat. But if you want to have selective outrage or memory, that's fine. But like I stated, I didn't do anything wrong. I asked you questions. You have flipped on me for less. You know what I'm saying? And then I went right back on my page. So you cannot hold me like I'm not Ness. You know what I'm saying? Even if like on several levels, even if you never did nothing for me, but even if you did, you can keep it if it's going to come with strings attached because I'm going to speak my mind and I've never hit that fat. I'm not messy. I'm asking questions directly. Being messy is going behind the scenes talking. Uppity doesn't talk behind the scenes. Everything Uppity says is on the platform. And if we're not cool like that, of course I can't say it to your face. But I did ask you to come speak with me on my channel like you have asked me several times in the past to do yours. And you chose to ignore it. So just because you don't answer me doesn't mean the conversation ain't going to go on. But I did give you the respect of asking. So that's not messy in me. I didn't go behind the scenes.
That's a great point. What do you think about that? She did come and ask you.
Yeah, I mean that is to be respected. I mean, she came and she asked me the questions and stuff like that. You know, I whatever, you know, it's not that serious or whatever, but it's just some, you know, some people will sometimes they will look at Uppity's energy as being flip-floppy and things like that. So it's just it's interesting, but at the end of the day, like I'm not that invested. When I have a question, I'm just gonna ask. And then on top of that, I'm like blocked in this chat. So how are you gonna ask me to come and talk to you when I'm blocked in this chat? Like it's just some weird shit going on. You not blocked out of my shit, but I'm blocked out of yours. Like, why? What is wrong with you?
Who you talking to?
I'm blocked.
Block you. No, when I blocked you, you know when I blocked you. That's when you was on your page dragging me on behalf of the person you don't want name no longer you want mentioned. You dragged me. But that's when I blocked you, but I did unblock you.
No, but today I wasn't unblocked, and it's like
I didn't know that. I'm sorry. I have to go. I could have told you I unblocked you.
You probably got to go back. You know how you have to do it. Go into the.
I went to your page the day that you asked me like to come and talk to you or whatever, and I was like, while you was live, and I was like, why am I still blocking? She wanted to talk to me. Like that don't even make.
I swear to God, I didn't know. Remember? I don't know if y'all realized. Coolin had taught me how to unblock, and I could have sworn you was unblocked. But I'm gonna go check again because, like I said, I learn this thing as I go, and I have blocked a lot of. But that first live you made on me for no reason, I was mad at you because you're supposed to be cool, and you didn't even give me the respect of a conversation. When you went live on me, so when I was in your live, I blocked you and everybody in your chat. So after we started, it wasn't that many people in there. It was like no shade. It wasn't no shade. But that was Rico was doing a live against me, so I blocked Rico. I blocked a lot of people. But then when I got over it, because y'all know I'm a emotional ass Pisces and stuff like that, so I had to think about it. Like, you know what? Like, we're not friends in real life. We were just cool on the internet. She want to go drag me. Go drag her back. It's not worth, blocking and like going all crazy about, you know what I'm saying? So I did think I unblocked you, but I will go look because I was taught how to do it. But I could have sworn I unblocked you because we was talking, you saw my comments and everything. Because I thought if you was blocked, you can't see my comments. But all right, I'll look again.
The thing is that I see you going around, you say stuff to certain people or whatever, but
I'm talking about my comments in the chat way before this. I don't want to call it a storyline because I know you're saying it's not, but way before this incident came out, when I was in this chat, remember, you used to always see my comments, even though we wasn't speaking to each other, you would see my comments. So I thought when you blocked somebody, they couldn't see your comments, but I would look into it. But when I asked you, I was being very genuine, and you see, I had a reaction to you not responding to me.
Actually, that happened to me and Truth. I can see her comments, and I can see her comments and everywhere else, but I couldn't drop down in her chat, so I don't know what that is. But I just want to say,
You have me blocked on your page or whatever. You don't.
Yeah,
Not in.
whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah. You.
It's somebody named Cola asked me why I got her blocked. I never even met that lady. I don't know how she got blocked. I don't know.
Who?
It's a Cola or something. And when I look on her page, I think she got something to do with the people
Oh,
game.
colorful something.
Cola Candy, I don't know, something like that. And she left a message saying why I blocked her, and I can't heart her comment. I can't respond to it. And I've never even seen this lady a day before in my life, so I don't know how she
the
got blocked.
name. You're talking fast again. What's the name?
A Cola, something like that. A Cola.
A Cola.
I don't know if I got it correct, but it's something named like that. But when I went to look on her page, I see she got a lot of associated with the people her game. So I know it's not him, but like she shares his live and then she be talking about other stuff. But I've never seen this lady before. And the only thing I recognize on her page is the people again, but I've never blocked her. I never had a conversation with her or nothing. But she's on my community wall asking why she's blocked. But I didn't block her. And I don't know, I can't comment on it. I try to go on her page, the comment didn't go through. So I don't know what's going on sometimes with that. But I will look again.
Yeah, I was gonna say that Kava, is it Cola James? Okay, you'll figure it out. All right. Well, this heat, what should we expect? Today is just Wednesday, hump day. I'm sure you and Ness love hump day, or is it hunch day? But what should we expect? I mean, you came up here all rowdy, telling people not to talk about your girl, your ex-girl. But honey, what are y'all gonna be talking about?
There is still a level of, like I said, there's still a level of respect. And at the end of the day, me and Ness are adults. At least, on my end, I am. And I'm gonna deal with this with some class. Ness, can sometimes be a little bit more immature than I am. But, if I see her being dragged through the mud, I'm going to ask why. I'm not going to, it's not for me to go, back and forth and all this other shit, but I'm going to be like, well, what's the problem? If you guys aren't cool anymore, just move on. Why does it have to be, because you making it seem like you hurt now. You know what I'm saying? So, and at the end of the day, none of us owe each other anything. You choose to go on these panels and, jump on these panels, hop on these links and support people, do that, but all of this crap and then dragging me under the bus and calling me a narcissist. I wasn't a narcissist what about when I was, being the best individual and stuff like that. But now I'm a narcissist because things turned out bad when it came to me and Ness. Now I'm a narcissist or whatever. It doesn't
have narcissistic ways. I mean, are you saying, why are we the people saying that you have narcissistic ways, or is Ness saying you're a narcissist? Which one?
Well, the people are saying that. Ness
yeah, you definitely exude some severe narcissistic ways.
Well, I'd rather be with, if I, I would rather be with somebody who is supposedly narcissistic, that's beneficial to me, than somebody the people who aren't beneficial to her, that swears that I'm just such a horrible person. But like I said, they haven't done shit for her. They haven't done shit to help her. They can't even help themselves. And they're over here talking about what I'm doing and how bad of a person I am and shit like that or whatever. I've done nothing but be a blessing to Nessa's life ever since I stepped foot in it. So all these people talking shit about me like ugly ass fates, yeah, bitch, suck my dick, because you ain't did shit for nobody. You can't tell me shit. You can't tell Ness shit. That's why she ignored your ass when you was trying to tell her something, because you can't tell nobody shit until you bring your ugly ass on camera. That's all I'm trying to say. And QI with your bitch ass talking about all this fake stud shit.
Now, you gotta be fair. If you don't want me posting piece of copyright, calm down. Wait a minute. Now we have to be fair. If you don't want me posting pieces, properties, whatever, comments to you, because I would give Poverty that much when I do be over her live, she will post my response and let me hit the panel and stuff. But I'm respecting your wishes. So if QI and Poverty can't address you, don't address them. That's only fair. Like you said, she's dead to you, so just don't say nothing.
Oh yeah, but when it comes to I never said QI was dead to me, because I got something for that bitch and her name.
Oh, so QI, you want to hit the link? Thank you, Sassy Show.
No, I'm not giving your channel any more energy. But
like I did yours. Okay, that's fine.
I didn't ask you to come to mine. I'm doing.
Yes, you did several times. That's a lie. We went through this.
Today, that yesterday,
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't.
So,
After
okay.
when I felt like you had a problem with me,
I
yeah,
don't
I was
have a
like,
problem with you. That's the thing, though. You're upset because, like I said, this is why people calling you a narc, because you feel like people could talk about everything, but anytime you present a flaw and people question it, you consider it an attack, and it's not an attack against you. It's just a question, and you do the same thing with others, and you don't even act
I
respectfully
didn't
half the
have a
time.
problem with the questioning. I had a problem with you going from panel to panel, or even on your channel talking crazy about me and shit like that, or whatever. There's people who even have told me that you have said things about me that you shouldn't have said, because I'm not.
Well, it doesn't matter what they told you. What did you hear me say that you think is talking crazy about you, other than when we was dragging each other? So other than that,
I
I'm
would
talking
have
about.
to get a. I would have to. I would want to be accurate, so I would have to
Yeah, but
actually.
you're accusing me of things and you don't have any accurate information.
No, I do, but I don't have it like on at the top of my head or
Or you
whatever.
can paraphrase. I do it all the time.
I mean, even the things you were saying about, my, it's not even important. But
Yes, it is,
I
because
just
this is
feel
what your attitude is based on. You just stated that your issue with me is that I talk shit about you. So I'm asking you,
but
what shit am I talking?
Nessa's channel, even when you was on Nessa's channel, you was telling.
Correct. I'm not changing. That's what I'm saying. I said it to you. You talking shit about you. I want you to get this point.
You,
Like, you have to understand, you were behind the scenes to talk shit. Me saying something that we were never friends. We was cool at one point and we fell out. So we got back cordial. But like I said, we were never friends and we were cordial. I guess leaning towards friendship, but it didn't end up working out. Then we wound up getting back cordial because some things we share in common as far as thought process and things of that nature and stuff. And I've always given you your props, but when I agree with you, but also when I didn't agree with you, I've always expressed that. I think you're just a little bit hype. Like you have a heightened sense against, I guess, right now, and taking it as an attack. But at the end of the day, I didn't call any of these circumstances against you. Only thing I try to do is have a conversation with you, because everybody's going to talk about it anyway. And y'all the main ones that suggest that I be a content creator. But for you to suggest I'm chasing off Ness is the one that used my likeness on her page.
yeah,
Ness
but
is the
every
one who
day.
I was on. But I don't talk about Ness been talking. No, you have to be realistic with yourself. Ness was going on panels talking about me. Ness was making posts about me. Ness made several lives about me. I made one live because she wouldn't allow me to express myself on her panel, cutting me off. I was asking you questions. I was asking her questions. Yeah, in my opinion, I was being, well, maybe I was a little
It
bit
was
more
more than one
impartial towards
live.
Ness, but I already told you, like, I had chosen Ness. If y'all was to fall out, did pick a side at that time. But I still try to, like, I'm not gonna sit there and ride with somebody when they're outright wrong and don't know what's going on. So I've always asked the same line of questions. I've always told you come across as a narc. Now, do I agree everybody need a certain level of narcissism? Yes, but your narcissism, when you can't take constructive criticism, and when people ask you questions, you see it as an attack, you come across more like a malignant art, especially when you're doing the exact same thing, if not worse. And that's exactly what's happening right here. You're mad at me for not letting Ness do anything to me, and I don't have no affiliation to her. Y'all have met in person. Ness has never shared my live. She never really hit my panel. She didn't support me like I support her. Now you can support her financially, but I'm not her woman, and I don't support grown women. So that's just my thing. I can support her like like.
But it just makes me like it was just like it was like, why do you expect Ness to? I mean, why isn't there like an obligation for?
There's no obligation. That's what I'm trying to say here. That's exactly what I was saying. Ness is
Because I've
obligated
heard
to
you
do
say it more
anything.
than once that I've heard you say.
Exactly. But like I told her, support goes two ways. So when I start supporting people who support me, don't say, oh, she's going over to Brianna to spite Ness. No, Brianna's been supporting me. I knew Ness and Brianna way before you did. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. So I've been supporting Brianna I think I used to be on Brianna page more than I was on Ness when Ness was sitting in the trees. You know what I'm saying? So I was supporting Ness back then, but I used to go to Brianna because I used to like her story times. So I used to go sit in Brianna chat too, but me and Brianna fell off after the Ema situation. Had nothing to do with Ness. When me and Brianna got past that, and like I said, Brianna supports me, whether she come to my chat. You know what I'm saying? When I go on her panel, like, it's always a level of support and a respect there. Ness did not have that. And Ness what the reason why Ness is going, why Ness I think is hurting because I'm not on her panel. Ness does not only do this to me, she do it to everybody. She takes, and does not give. And when you take, people don't feel no way about losing you because you didn't give anything. Ness is the one going making polls. Ness is the one sharing lies that's disparaging to me. Even and with the book, if she didn't know, once she found out, she could have deleted it. But she's lying right now, just like most people. I'm not gonna get into because I don't want to get of course. But like I said, I'm not Ness's friend in real life. I met Ness online and I dismissed Ness online. And I did it respectfully. I said, Ness, I'm just going to step away from you for a while. And that's all it took for her to start sharing a lie when I just stopped people from dragging her child. Somebody that's dragging mine. That showed her level of respect. She showed her level of respect when she reactionary on panels. And she has apologized. But to me, apology is changed behavior. So Ness is very immature. She's not on my level. So I don't want to be bothered. Don't cry about it.
Simply sharing a lie does not warrant you going
That's
on
fine. That's good. That's you.
She's
that's true.
All this other stuff and saying
I know. But like I said, it wasn't just sharing a lie. It was a multiple of things. But sharing a lie was the last straw. Before she shared that lie, I just had made a lie telling her that I was stepping back from her based on how she treats me, and we have these conversations several times. And I'm not going to be like her and Pisa begging somebody to treat me right. That's her and Pisa relationship. When I feel like I'm not being respected or appreciated, I move around. Now, if I bring no value to your life, your channel, whatever the case may be, she should feel burden free. But instead, she's literally throwing a tantrum, screaming and dragging uppity. And I didn't do anything except say bye. You're the one that went behind the stage with Brianna and Pisa. Not me. I went to my channel and basically said respectfully, I'm gone for now. Maybe we can come back later. And that triggered her to share Book Live and then lie about it. She's not a woman. And then she's going around telling people how am I clout chasing? Look at my channel. Clearly it's not I never even discuss, I don't even recap the lives that I be on. But if you look at Ness Live, a lot of videos are about uppity. She made a lot of views off of me.
See, this is what people don't understand. Ness is always going to treat me different than she treats everybody else. You cannot deflect onto me when you guys are getting into it. Why don't you do that?
That's what you don't understand. I'm not asking for that. Sorry, I'm mute.
There is feelings there, and we've had a relationship there or whatever. So she's never going to go at me the way that she's going at other people, because we care about each other. There's love there and stuff like that. So I don't understand why there is a surprise. Why ain't you doing this with this heat? Why ain't she coming to this heat like that? Because she loves this heat. She doesn't love you bitches. So why don't you guys understand that and move the fuck around? Because you're not changing.
And that's exactly what I'm asking Ness to do with me. Move around. I don't love her. And I don't need her. She needs to move around. Stop making lives. Stop making polls. Stop saying no. You're no longer relevant on panels. What happened is her panel was no longer relevant. I mean, I guess I'm not gonna say it's irrelevant. Those who enjoy Lovely Love and Joanna, I'm pretty sure they'll be tuned in. But as far as me, I'm not gonna be over there. And if I didn't add any value, I cannot make her think that. But I know my worth, and I don't want to be bothered. That's it.
Yeah, at one point in time, like, I did enjoy y'all banter back and forth. I enjoyed y'all being on a panel together. But like I said, like, this whole thing, I think is gotten out of hand or whatever. However y'all choose to deal with it is how y'all choose to deal with it. I just came up here to ask you, what's going on, why, and then also about myself or whatever. But that's between y'all two or whatever. Y'all gonna figure it out. If not, y'all just gonna do whatever y'all do.
That's fine. And I don't know if you want to take any questions from the comment. If you do, I understand. But if nothing, like if you do, I'll let people up. If not, I totally appreciate all your time and thank you for
Who wants to talk?
So I'm gonna drop the link. I'm gonna tell you before they come up. And it's up to her. If she say yes, y'all can come up. If she say no, there's nothing I can do about that. I just appreciate her taking the time to talk to y'all and answer any questions y'all might have. But let me drop the link.
Okay, because anyone who has spoken to me in a negative sense and has said anything that is any disparaging comments, I'm not having a conversation with you. I don't do that. But yeah, it wasn't interesting. It was pretty interesting.
Well, Poverty, obviously she ain't gonna let you up. Oh, somebody backstage. Hold on, let's see what this is. We got Okay, the Sassy Show. She's back. Hold on.
Oh yeah.
Thank you for coming back.
Oh, is it just me? I thought it was somebody else.
Yeah, I know. I know. Pizza was saying something, but she ain't. Oh, somebody else is coming too. Sorry, but Pizza, please. You know she ain't gonna let you
Okay,
up.
I just
But
have a
Simply Mad is here. If you got a problem with Simply Mad,
simple
Something
name.
I'm about
made.
to let her up. You gonna see her. There she
Oh
go.
Simply
no, no,
made.
no. I'm not talking to her. She don't even
Okay,
like me.
sorry.
She
So
don't
we're
like me.
gonna keep. I don't want too many people up here. I'm gonna mute and this heat.
Okay,
Let
so
them
you
ask
gotta
their
drop
questions.
Simply Made because she says she doesn't want to talk to her.
You don't
Yeah.
want to talk to Simply Made?
No, I don't like her. She
Oh,
don't
I
like
don't know
me.
how to drop you. I'm sorry, Simply Made. Thank you for coming up. Maybe we could talk about it
She can
on
talk
the
to herself.
replay. I'm sorry about that.
I won't
But
take too much more of your time. I just have
Maybe she can telepathically ask me the questions because it seems like these
come on,
hoes they
Nikki.
don't
If you
like
don't want
me.
them to talk, don't do that. So
I'm just
somebody.
saying, get your scarecrow looking ass out of here. Like I just don't like that.
Okay. This Sassy got a
Damn.
show. Go ahead. Sorry, I'm mute.
this here, you a mess. She ain't gonna do nothing but let her up. So I guess you
What
probably better.
weird shit is that? Like, if you guys don't like me, stop talking to me. Why do you want to have a conversation with me?
But you don't care for
But
me that
maybe sometimes it's a misunderstanding. That's how these things work. You
you
probably
don't
should have a
care for me
conversation,
that
but I
much
get
when
it.
you talk
No,
to me.
I wouldn't.
Anyway, girl, you a
I'm not
mess.
a forgiving person. I'm not no, yeah, I'm not a forgiving person.
Lola, I'm off today. I ain't got time to show uppity nothing, honey. That's gonna take 2 hours, and she gotta get
Right, exactly.
right back.
But
Right
go
back.
ahead, Miss Sassy and the Heat.
Shit. All of this heat made me laugh and made me fucking forget my one question. Ah, damn it! This heat. You and your lesbian charisma.
What can I say?
Okay. Damn, it was something about okay. Pizarro says something in the chat that made me say, "Oh, let me ask you." Oh, sorry about that. Are you concerned about Pizarro dropping any more recordings?
No, because I've recorded everything that we've ever did recently, and Ness has heard all of that. It's just that when she put it out there, and publicly like that, that's what became a problem. But like I said, she has played with the right one. She's really played with the right one. And when it happens to her, I just want you to know I did it. I did it. So, yeah.
Okay, so even if she doesn't drop
Stop
any,
fucking around with people. I'm gonna teach her to stop fucking around with people. Everybody is not a game. Everything is not a game, and everybody is not going to play around with you and shit like that or whatever. So I'm gonna show you who to leave the fuck alone, and I'm definitely gonna show you to leave me the fuck alone. That's what I'm gonna do, and I know exactly where to go with you. I know exactly where to hit you at. Mm-hmm.
so there's no recordings that you think even as of late or before that you're terribly concerned if she releases them.
No, not at all.
Okay. All right. That's my only question. Thanks for answering. All right. Great show, Uppity.
Herself out to be, the lesbian or whatever, and her stupid friends are still backing her up, making it seem like, oh, she's just playing. But now I'm like, I'm really starting to even look at like Nika sideways because you old ass bitch. Like, can you do you not see, why you still taking up for her when she's already did all this lesbian shit that she didn't even have to do? Like, why is she talking to me all these fucking like for hours and hours and hours and all this other shit or whatever? Like, you ain't even putting two and two together because you trying to protect your friend. Like, what type of lame ass bitch is that? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to have respect for you, but damn. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't have respect for an elder that don't act like a fucking elder, bitch. You feel me? So I just wanted to say that.
Yeah, but Uppity does. So let's show respect to our elders over in this channel. But can I ask you a question, this heat? Why won't you take a little opposition? When I was on your chat, I had to deal with so many.
Oh no, because the thing is about me is that that's not my thing. I don't do that or whatever. And you don't get to question me if I
I don't think her mic went out. Is it me?
No,
Okay.
it went out. See, that's what you were doing earlier. It may be StreamYard, girl, because StreamYard is having some real bad technical difficulties. So, well, you did a great job, honey bunny.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
think this is a great way to bring in my first 1K. I know a couple of y'all gonna be spiteful and take it away, but I'm gonna enjoy it while I have it.
Hey,
Fuck yeah.
don't speak negativity. You're doing a great job. Even your
Yeah.
haters are still a click and a view.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah. She had me dying
oh
with that one.
my gosh, Sassy and Locked. I read that like you said, Sassy is a punk, and I was thinking, why is Sassy and Locked being mean to me? That is so weird. How I saw Sassy and I saw Punk. Anyway,
Yeah,
yeah,
but uppity, I understand I'm just starting out here. So is she, but I'm not the one topic of the hour. So I'll let her have that because this is a title. This is the current news. So I'm gonna give her respect, and I want people to know when they come to my panel, especially to drop some tea or answer some questions. I appreciate them. You know what I'm saying? And I'll respect their platform because I didn't have to argue. I could have just dropped. So it is what it is.
no, you did an excellent job. You always do such a good job on your own panel. So the next step is for you to, and because other people's panels is so much more harder to remain like centered because there's so much fucking going on. It's one of the reasons why. Oh, can Simply Made come back?
Yeah, Simply Made. Do you want to come back up?
She left what she had to say in the back.
Yeah, I saw it.
Okay, so I can read it if she left it. So let me read
it. Go read it.
Okay, she says, "Fuck you, little flicker. You ain't got a reason other than my comments deemed to be true. That's why you blocked me." 3 laughy faces. Anyways, how can she say you keep talking about Ness, but it's okay for Ness to get on her panel for hours and days talking about Bree, Pizarro, Yaya, etc. So what's the issue with what you're doing? Okay.
Yeah, and I think I addressed that with her. We seen what happened, so
Well, all right, girl. I didn't know if this heat was coming back up. I think she said a lot. I appreciate you.
Yeah, she did it. Oh, okay, somebody in the back. Hold on, maybe that might be her. Oh, this is QI.
SpaghettiOs. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, QI. Let me first say that. Happy birthday. You bringing your birthday with that 6-pack, I hope. Let me mute.
Hello? Why you muted?
Yeah, QI,
I had to mute my TV.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, thank y'all for wishing me well wishes on my birthday. I'm the big 53. And like I heard so many threats and so much disrespect. But somebody keeps timing me out. That's really why I came up here.
Oh, come on, QI.
Come on, y'all.
Well, maybe because was you still going off at this heat? That's probably why.
But they don't have to come out. They can remove the comment.
Yeah, but see, that's not fair when Flickr gets to say whatever she wants to say that's deep down dirty and ugly. Flickr started with me. I didn't even know who Flickr.
This is your chance to respond. You can say whatever the fuck you want now.
Yeah,
I didn't even know who.
Hold on, QI. The reason why you have to understand the reason why Uppity made that decision and why I backed it up.
I do, but I wasn't.
Say it. I don't. Why do y'all?
Okay.
Because we can't. This heat has a little ADHD as it pertains to the chat. So if you're trying to get anywhere, you kind of have to try your best to neutralize the chat. And you are super cool with Uppity, so I'm assuming she thought that you would understand where she was coming from. So now it's time for you to hit your big one on your birthday. So go have at it.
Yeah, but see, like I never said her name or anything like that, and that just shows you how much she's.
But you know that she's sensitive, you are. But let's get past that.
She stalks me. Let's be clear. She stalks me. She stalks me.
This is your chance to get the story out of why you beefing with her.
Yeah, she wants to be me. You know what I'm saying? The other day in Trish chat, on the panel, whatever, she's gonna say she's the top stud. Now, like, what kind of BS is that? What kind of BS is that? You know what I'm saying? And then I counted about 100 voices. I think she's artificial intelligent at this point. I'm not sure if she's a real person. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm not going to get real ugly. And then she, like, whatever she thinks I got something for her. Little girl, you're going to end up getting your arse beat. Because if you were in my face right now, I promise you'd be headed to the emergency room. Because I don't play with little children. I don't play with little children. And I don't know what makes you think you can disrespect me like that, but I don't play like that in real life. And you're weak. Your hands look like they can break at sight. And I want to you're trying to. I'm going to teach people something. Well, I want to teach you something, and I'm going to teach you to keep other people's names out your mouth and stop with all that disrespect. And go to therapy, because you're a psychopathic, sociopathic narcissist, the worst kind that I've ever seen in my life. Okay. And your esteem is so doggone low until you're one of those people that you feel you have to put down everybody to make yourself feel good. And you're negative. I have never heard anything positive come out your mouth. And this is the talent. Everybody likes Ness. You brought out the bad in Ness. And I wish she would realize that. That she deserves better. And that she's not your slave. You're buying her like she's some type of slave or something. We don't do that to other Black people.
And I absolutely agree with you. Black people, like, about empowerment, don't put down other Black people. And you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I already gave my thoughts, and but like I said, if Ness like it, I love it. And you cannot love Ness enough more than she loves herself. So I feel like her and this Heat are a match made in heaven. And I
can't make her make any. I'm not trying to make her. I knew Ness before this Heat came around, and it was just the 360-degree transformation. And I feel like this Heat is brainwashing her. You know what I'm saying? To the point where, Ness's brain is like Ness's brain has been taken out, and she shares a brain with this Heat, and it's sad. And I like to help people, you know what I'm saying? I like to help people, like as best as I can. And I have to learn not to take on severe projects. Sometimes I have to learn that, I can't help everybody, but at the same rate, it's just like,
let me ask you this, QI. So you think Ness is really this gullible? You don't think Ness is in on this play?
That part. And take your bodies out this. I know you don't like this Heat.
Let her answer. Come on. I want to hear the answer real quick. I got a meeting. I'm gonna drop down, but I hate to work today. Go ahead. I gotta drop down.
I think that Ness might have planned a play, but I don't think that she thought that, because narcissists love to publicly humiliate people, and I don't think that Ness knew that, that this Heat was going to turn her bad while I'm trying to make herself look good or superior, that supremacist type of stuff.
So I think Ness was in on the original part of the play, but did not understand what she was getting herself into.
Right. And she almost admits that. When you listen to her, she almost admits that. But
you get an argument from me there, but I said from the get-go, she was along with it until they started talking about her bad body odor. But listen, but once she realized where it was going, she did just like he said she was going to do. She got down on all fours publicly and crawled back. So,
and that's a shame.
Is it still this Heat fault, or is it her fault? Take your emotion about this Heat out of it.
It's her at this point. It's her fault. At this point, it's her fault, because I wouldn't let anybody, like, all fours like a dog. Are you? Even Trish had the all fours. You talking about all fours like a dog or a pig? Like,
and who? Like, that's how she feels. So
and it's like, who is this Heat? Like, it's like, who the heck is this
you
Heat?
Feel about yourself. Ness puts this Heat and the value of this Heat above hers, and Ness does not value you. So why are you getting yourself emotionally entangled?
Well, I'm not really emotionally entangled. I'm not really
that way, because it's your birthday. I want to hear what you got popping for your birthday. Who the ladies you gonna be taking out tonight?
I'm gonna kick it this week. I'm gonna kick it this weekend.
Okay, but you gotta do something special today. So what you got plans for today?
I'm chilling because it's Wednesday. I'm gonna kick it this weekend.
That's what's
Because I
up.
want to really be able to kick it. I don't want to have to cut it short. So like this weekend, I'm gonna be in full motion all weekend. You know, like I live around like my family and stuff like that, and you know, like we already gonna kick up. Like they want to kick up today, but I'm just like nah, because you know, I don't want to. I want to be able to be hungover and be able to sleep in and all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, so we're not gonna get no drunk QI tonight. I love drunk QI. So I know you're gonna get it in probably a little later. Because I love drunk QI.
Nah, that's what I'm trying to
Funny.
avoid, drunk QI tonight, because then drunk QI is gonna oversleep tomorrow.
Oh, okay. I got you.
So like I can be drunk QI on the weekend and oversleep and all of that kind of stuff and still get online, cut up, be drunk QI again.
Looking forward to it, but happy birthday to you, okay?
Thanks, and I want to say happy birthday to all the Leos. All of these Leos. I'm not gonna call any names.
It's Leo season. Roar,
Leo
roar.
season. We're gonna cut up.
You see, Miss Darla, she said, I know you got your Bernie Bear suit and top hat ready.
Look, let me read some of these comments.
Got me weak right now. For real, I live for drunk you out. That'd be the best one, I swear.
Well, like it's just like this. The missing piece. I've been in entanglements with narcissists, so I definitely understand the play. You know what I'm saying?
Me too. Trust me. Oh yeah, Miss Juicy reviewed her mama, and her mama look good too. That look like Miss Juicy's sister, but it's her mama. Shout out to Miss Juicy reviews mama. Happy birthday to you too, belated. She another
yes. Tell your mama happy birthday and wagwan.
Yeah, she is crazy. Miss Donna be having me down, you know. Yeah,
and somebody else said something too.
They said no. Ms. R&Y corrected Ms. Donna. She said a Bernie Mac suit with a Kango hat.
And I'm not trying to get with Ness. I'm not trying.
No,
I'm not trying to get with Ness, and I won't be buying Spencer a tent. Okay,
me and Ness were together really now, but nobody thinks that. But I think that your anger at this heat is overshadowing you be able to assess the situation that's going on. But I don't think nobody thinks that you're in love with Ness. Yeah,
I got you. I understand the situation. I understand. Trust me. It's the what Coolin be saying. It's the overplay for the underplay.
Underplay, yeah. Uh-huh.
I understand the situation very well. I'm reading the comments. Look, Miss Darling's talking about, I know you got your Bernie Mac suit and top hat. You know what? That's a good idea. I might even go to church with that on.
Did you see this one?
I'm reading. Let me see.
I got it on the screen.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. I might even get me a Bernie Mac suit.
Oh, Miss Donna said the top hat is for special occasion. Kango is her every day.
Dog, I love them Kangos.
For real. That's the
gotta love them Kangos.
Is the best Ness ever had. Ever. So she's not letting it go. And see, I should let her be happy. You know?
Or sometimes it's like this though too. You got to realize sometimes it's like some people are, when it comes down to relationships, they don't commit. And this may be the closest thing to a commitment that some people have gotten. You know what I mean?
Right. I understand what you're saying. Yeah, and I get totally, because I understand all about narcissism and the levels of it. But Ness is a covert narc.
Yeah, you say that, and I'm gonna look into it because it's like 13 personality disorders.
Correct. And like I said, I've looked into this because narcs have messed up my life, but I didn't know what they was and what they was doing. It wasn't until I got into studying in it that you would see. So please look into covert.
Right. And then you have to really study. You have to really, Flickers.
Do you see why she couldn't take me? She couldn't take me because I know narcs well, and I know how they do. They can never, and not to mention, like I told y'all, I don't be just flexing. I was a captain of my debate team.
And I think that's why she's in this sector. I think that's why she's in this sector, this black sector, because she gets to feel superior, and she gets to throw around her CPN money
But only
or
certain
whatever.
people. But only certain people. Ness was picked for a reason. Poverty was picked for
Right.
a reason. She doesn't. Do you think she do that with Kimmy? And Kimmy basically is in the same financial position, but Kimmy just is not maybe as mentally vulnerable as Ness and them, because Kimmy tries it too, and she's easily a see-through. But I can see how she could play on this heat, but she can never play on me. So you say there's levels to this. Well, I know you like Kimmy. I'm not gonna. Well, anyway, but I'm just saying.
No, I'm gonna tell the truth. I think
Okay.
that I think that what they have to realize, like I told them the other day, that they're laborers. Whenever this heat gives you money, you're not. She doesn't have heart. So it's not like, she's doing it because she cares about you, because she doesn't know how to care. And that's obvious. That should be obvious to anybody. You're a laborer. That means she wants to feel like, she says, I like control. So when she gives you money, she wants to control you.
But she outright said that. Remember when her and Poverty first fell out? She said it in the chat. It's on my community wall. When Poverty was like, you paid me for protection. She said, no, you were a worker, bitch, and I could easily get another one.
Right, because that's the definition of a sellout. So what sellout? Right.
Well,
anytime you'll sell your soul and yourself for some money.
That's capitalism.
Right. Because not all money is good money.
Right.
Not all money is good money.
Not everybody knows that. And a lot of people do strange things for change. That saying been around longer than us.
And then narcs always do this. Like if you ever, they don't ever.
Hold on a second, Q. Who's y'all? Not me. I'm trying to get QI to understand Ness is no victim. She's a covert narc, but she did say she has to look into it. Because with covert narc, they destroy the same characteristics as narc, but they do it the victim role way. I guess the best way to describe it would be a Karen. Well, I do believe the Karen role should be exclusively for white women, but the best way to describe a covert narc is a Karen. And if you look at Ness and how she behaves.
Yeah. And then Molly said, Uppity, did y'all peep this heat's reaction to y'all accusing her of being a narcissist?
Yeah,
yes, we did.
Like she was surprised. And I've been telling her this the whole time. Like, you acting like I just said this. That's why I had to ask her, like, when did I not say that?
Right. It's only certain things that get under this heat. Like I said, the overplay for the underplay. It's only, she studied everybody in this sector before she came out. Before whatever, she studied everything. That's why she sits there. She can talk about all the DC Gate stuff. And then she wanted to emulate DC Gate with neatcation or whatever, or cocation or whatever that was. You know what I'm saying? So like, and she emulates everything she does is an emulation of me. You know what I'm saying? So she studied everybody.
When you say she's emulating you, can you give us an example? So everybody knows the backstory. Go ahead.
Okay, just like so she tries to emulate her Ness is like the lesbian couple like me and VS. And see, I didn't look at it this way. Now J Don tried to tell me about this, but that's basically what it is. She's trying to emulate VS and I. And then she's trying to figure out a way to one up it or whatever. And then she's putting herself in beef sector, trying to put herself in beef sector history. And one thing we know about there's two things I want to say about the beef sector. The beef sector didn't start off on fake plays. Most of the beef of the beef sector were real beefs. So people faking plays or whatever, it ruins the integrity of the beef sector, because most of the beefs were actual beefs, not something made up or whatever. So the stuff, that kind of stuff, it messes it up, because it's like it's no longer real anymore. Like it's a story behind the beefs. Every beef has a storyline behind it. Every beef, and you just can't make up something to try to put yourself in something. And then people in the beef sector have paid their dues. There's no way, like, content creators, any content creator in here is going to tell you that's really of the beef sector is going to tell you that they paid their dues. You have to pay your dues. And this heat wants to come through here and wants to get clout without paying her dues. She wants to get it off the backs of other people like myself and Jay Dunn. And, and what's sad is that, content creators are, have sort of, because she gave them some change and she, they're now her worker slaves. They've given her that open door, that go ahead. And then even some of the content creators, which I would call fourth generation content creators, because there's levels to this. This heat came out here going at the top dogs, the OGs, the old people, the older people of the beef sector, like James, like Sean Bradley, and things of that nature. Now, just look at the mindset of a person like that. And then that totally ruins the beef sector and the beef sector history, because the most important thing about the beef sector is the history and the storyline. So, come on now, folks. And she really thinks she's doing something. She up in here like she's doing a mass production or something like, she stated on Shish Trish Live. Y'all, like, Shish Trish needs
The
to
acting was horrible from the get-go. The acting was horrible from the get-go. And that's why the heat was throwing me off when she kept trying to say I'm throwing her. First she said on her panel, I'm throwing her in the bus. That's what came with my line of question. You notice she said, if you look on her panel, you notice she never said I lied on her. She kept saying I was throwing her under the bus. So how am I throwing you under the bus and all I'm doing is calling out the inconsistencies or holes in your story? So me calling out the inconsistencies and holes in your story is throwing you under the bus? See how she could not give clear examples of all the things she kept accusing me of, regardless if it was to her or Ness. You know what I'm saying? That's when she flipped. Like when she could not cover herself, then she tried to pretend like she was coming for Ness. But then when I called out on that, she flipped it back to her. It was never direct answers. This is all a play. And it's a bad play. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make any sense.
Who was that? Yeah, Keena. Keena said, Q, I remember this heat could only do this with those who are willing to allow the effery is moving. The effery, I agree. Yeah, they're giving way too much energy. Like everybody else has to pay dues. The rest of y'all are going to have to pay dues. And see, Uppity, the reason why she did that is because this heat wants to be able to come out here and say anything that she wants to about anybody else. She could be as ugly, degrading, derogatory as she wants to be. But then when it comes down to, people telling the truth about her or speaking on her, she wants to silence people, even if she has to pay people or, whatever. She wants to notice that. She wants to silence people. She doesn't like the truth.
And exactly. And shout out to the Sassy Show, because like I said, I really don't like in real life, because I know what narcs are. You know what I'm saying? My issue is giving empathy to Coburg narcs, because at the end of the day, whether you're a Coburg narc or malignant narc, you're still a narc and you're unredeemable. And so you have to go through some type of trauma therapy. But that's why, because I don't like, and then on top of that, with narcs, especially if they're malignant, like in bold like this, they tend to come across as playing in my face. You know what I'm saying? Especially, I'm not trying to be conceited or nothing, but with my level of intelligence, like, you're not going to sit here and tell me I didn't hear something I fucking heard. You know what I'm saying? And then not only on top of you denying that fucking outright lie, you're going to flip it on me. And then that triggers me to back when I used to deal with a lot of manipulative.
They always flip it.
I almost flipped the fuck out. But thank God for the Sassy Show. She was here to ring it back in and shit like that.
There's this heat again. There's the jelly bean, and she's gonna come up here cussing and different things. Blah 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 blah. And let's count how many voices. I'm just gonna mute up and see how many voices. Let's try to identify how many voices or personalities we're gonna hear.
Here we go. And don't come up here saying nobody's being two-faced. You did not want to have certain conversation. I'm not changing my conversation. We're talking about things that happen on this live.
And narcissists never take the blame. It's always going to be your fault.
Always. Well, I sent the link. She ain't came up yet. We keep talking.
Come on, Jelly Bean.
Yeah. And I think it's time for you and QI to finally have a conversation. Like,
No. There. You know what I've learned too about
Wait.
narcissists?
I'm up here agreeing with your fucking points, but you made a good point. But I don't have this conversation with her, so I feel like she's coming up here based on you talking about the real stud shit. Here she go.
Oh, you mean legs to the moon? Where is Terry P?
Okay.
That's some weak ass shit like you got fisted by VS though. You got fisted. We telling some fact because even Ness told you was lying about that shit, bitch. Tell some truth about me. Tell the truth about me, bitch. Don't
And that's
lie.
how I know you're not a stud.
You got
That's
fucked
how
by
I know
VS.
you're not a
I don't
stud.
get fucked. You
Because
get
it's
fucked.
impossible
You
to
get
put
fucked.
a fist in
You get
somebody's
fucked.
vagina, you dummy. That you're not a stud, and I don't
No.
you're not a stud.
You got fisted. I didn't get fisted.
I
You
don't
got
even think
fisted,
you're a
bitch. You
lesbian
got
though,
penetrated
really.
by VS. You had the shitty draws. You had the
You know
blood in your
what?
draws. You had the
You trying to
sores with
say
the
I'm
pus
not a
all
stud
over
doesn't
your
bother
fucking
me
body
one
and
bit
shit like
because
that.
you have
Your
no
own bitch that
experience
you said that was your
whatsoever. You're
friend said
a
you had
lame.
sores with pus
You're
all
a
over your fucking
lame.
body.
You have
are
no
disgusting,
friends.
QI.
You have
You are
no experience
nasty.
in life.
Oh my
Everything
God.
that
Why
you've
are
ever
you
gotten
talking
has been
about me?
bought.
Why are you
You
on
buy
my nuts? You are
everything.
too
You have to
fucking
buy
old. You an old ass
friends.
bitch
You
talking
have to
shit
buy
about me. Get off
protection.
my
You
fucking
have
nuts,
to
bitch.
buy
And
you
I don't
cry
come from the
baby.
fucking
You
black sector.
cry
I don't
baby.
even know people on the black sector.
Cry
You don't even
baby
know
this
shit about
he.
me.
Your
Ugly
legs were
ass bitch
to the
with them
moon.
spaced out
Your
ass
legs,
teeth
but
that
you
you
were
got.
talking
You
about
are
you were
ugly as
touch me
fuck.
not.
You are.
You were
Don't
saying
nobody
that you
want
were
you.
touch me
Trying to get
not.
with everybody
But
talking
your
about where's
legs
Terry
was
P.
to the
Why don't you
moon.
drag me
And
by
then you
yourself?
were
When are you
begging for
gonna drag
seconds.
me by yourself?
According to you,
You
you was
got
begging
fisted
for
by
some
VS.
seconds.
VS
You
put
like
her
that,
fist up
did
your
you?
pussy.
Like having your
I
legs
don't
up
get
in the air, don't
penetrated.
you?
You
You
get
like having
penetrated,
your
bitch.
legs up in the air
You
like a
gotta
little
lie
bitch.
because you can't
You're a
roast
little
me for
bitch,
real,
ain't
bitch.
you? You like
You can't
having your
roast me for
legs
real,
up
so
in
you
the
gotta
air.
lie on
You
me and
like
shit like
blah,
that or
blah,
whatever.
blah, blah,
And
blah, blah.
I'm
And all
doing you
you
a
doing is
favor
talking
today
about
because
stuff
I don't
that you
fuck with
don't
you and you
know
got my
because you're
and you got me
dumb.
blocked.
You're
You still got
dumb.
me blocked up and you
You're
need to get that shit
dumb.
checked out or whatever because I'm giving
Oh, I
you
forgot I'm
I'm
supposed to
doing
be
you a
counting your
favor today up
personalities. Let me go
because
on
I'm
mute.
using your
I'm still
platform.
on live. When I get on live, I'm gonna unblock you. You see, I'm still on live.
You can actually do that now.
I don't know how to. Like, tell me how to do it now, and I'll do it now. Because I'm on
Please
StreamYard, not regular
unblock
I'll show
YouTube.
me.
you.
When I get blocked, it bothers me because I hate rejection. And
But this evening, I apologized, and I said I was gonna do it when I get on live.
Why don't we have a conversation? Why don't we have a conversation?
Ness.
Since
All right,
you're so
QI, calm
smart,
down,
let's have a
QI.
conversation. Let's
Yeah,
have
let's
a
have a
conversation.
conversation.
Stop running, bitch.
Yeah, let's no yelling. Can we go one at a time? But like I said, this heat.
But I'm just saying, like this weird ass, ugly ass stud over there. She over here talking about Ness. Let's celebrate my birthday. Can we celebrate my birthday? Can I drop my cash app in your chat and shit like
And
that?
you were
Wait,
hating, weren't
hold
you?
on,
You
QI.
were
Hold on.
You
hating,
got all
weren't
these
you?
girls and shit like
You
that.
were
Listen, this is what I have to
You
say,
got
you
all
guys.
these
hating.
girls, but you begging Ness to celebrate your
Hold
fucking
on.
birthday. You are
Yeah, you
lame. You are
Wait,
crying.
wait,
fucking
wait,
And
wait,
I
lame.
wait.
You
didn't
So when
old
is
beg,
this
I
ass,
just
happening,
ugly
Nikki?
ass
answered because
bitch.
it was both
Just
of
like
our
Jay
birthdays
Dunn.
and you were
Both of y'all
hating.
some ugly
That
ass
hurt your little
wanna
feelings,
be
huh?
studs.
That
Y'all some
scared
ugly
you.
ass bitches and
That
shit like that or whatever. Don't know.
Hold on. I'm trying to ask a question. I cannot have a conversation with y'all, and I don't know what's going on. This heat, are you saying that today that QI, do you think she's flirting with Ness? I guess is my overall question. And then you're going to say what you got to say for like 2 minutes, and then let QI respond. I'm going to unmute everybody. Sorry.
No.
Wait, hold on. Unmute.
No, I don't think she's flirting with Ness. Ness has already said QI looks disgusting. I don't know. She said that she came to me and she told me that QI is trying to celebrate her birthday on her channel and drop her cash app on her channel and shit like that. Like, what type of lame that says that she got all these women or whatever wants to celebrate her birthday with somebody else's bitch? Like, that's some weird ass shit. Like, you are a weirdo, bro, and you too old to be acting like this. You on here every single day trying to get people to rally people against me to try to talk about me and shit like that, bitch. I don't need you for no fucking relevancy. What the fuck you talking about? Like, I don't need you for anything. And whatever it is that I have, whatever it is that I'm doing, it actually works. You don't even beef with nobody. You a bitch. You apologize to Brianna and shit like that or whatever. You can't compare yourself to me. And I didn't come from the black sector. You don't even know the fucking my history for you to even say anything like that. I don't even know people in the black sector. The only person I knew was Allie. That's it. And you took that story and you ran with it. Stop telling lies, bitch. I get penetrated like you. You get penetrated. VS put her fist up your vagina. She put her fist up your vagina. You got fisted. You get penetrated. You are the feminine bitch. You the one who has been with men for 29 years talking about you're a stud. Stop it. You get fucked by men. I've never been fucked by a man. So stop lying, QI. You're dirty. You're
Okay,
nasty. You know about those shit stains in your drawers.
remember the agreement. 2 minutes. It's her turn now. And she got to stop at 2 minutes too and respond. So go ahead. Just please don't interrupt. Thank you. Go ahead.
Oh, you saying that Ness said that I was dirty, like you said about Ness? You said that Ness looked unclean and Ness was dirty. You remember that? Okay. And then me and Ness share the same birthday. So, like, why not? Why not, like, you know, do a live or something like that to celebrate both of our occasions? It wasn't no begging at that. And then, like I said, you don't know anything about sex. You've never had, like, any real women with your line, but talking about you came out when you were 5 or 6 years old. So you trying to tell me you started having sex at 5 or 6 years old? I came out when I was 28 at a decent age. I knew who I was. I wasn't confused. I experienced life. I went through school, you know. So, like, I didn't, 5 or 6 years old, that's way too young. You don't even know how to spell your name. So you're a liar. And it's over there on D-Cop's panel talking about, I came out when I was 5 or 6. And one of them AI, artificial intelligent voices, because you're not a real person. You don't even know who you are. You're lost in the sauce. And all you want to do is attack other people who have some confidence because you lack self-esteem and confidence. You're the weirdo with them 50,000 voices you got.
Thank you, QI. Let's let this he answer. Please mute yourself. Go ahead, this he.
Dude, I never said D-Cop's video is still up. Your stupid ass can go and watch it. And yes, Ness did say you were repulsive. She did say you were ugly. She told you that when she roasted you the last time she roasted you, bitch. So why are you lying? And then on top of that, I never went to D-Cop's channel because me and D-Cop ain't even cool. We never been cool. We never liked each other. So why are you lying? I said that when I was 7 years, you didn't even see that. What I'm saying, you sound stupid. And when I was 7 years old or whatever, I said I started being attracted to women. I knew I was attracted to women at 7. I didn't say I was having sex. So stop lying, QI. You get penetrated, and it doesn't take 29 years for me to realize I like women. You've been fucking all these men for 29 years, and all of a sudden you want to be a lesbian after you even got all that dick. That's disgusting. Don't call yourself a lesbian because, like I said, and I told D-Cop this on the channel when you was there, you're not a lesbian. So stop trying to throw your life on me because that's not what it is. QI, you're not attractive. Nobody thinks you're attractive. You cannot compare yourself to me. And whatever I said to Ness, stop trying to get in our business, bitch, because you want to be in my business and shit like that or whatever. It's like, dude, whatever you say to Ness or whatever you say about me, that's not gonna stop Ness from caring about me. That's not gonna stop Ness from loving me and shit like that. So just because nobody loves you and you was rejected by VS does not mean you gotta keep trying to do these smear campaigns on me, because don't have anybody. You don't have anybody. You don't have anybody. VS don't want you. VS didn't embarrass you several times, but you keep coming at me. You keep coming at me, and that's the situation. You so worried about our situation. But what about when VS disrespects you? You ain't came at that bitch yet. You ain't came at that dirty bitch yet. Nobody's trying to repeat that nasty ass vacation that y'all went on, where you had all that shit that was going on that fucking vacation. That's nothing to be repeated. None of y'all was in a plush. Y'all wasn't in no 5-star hotel. Y'all wasn't doing shit. You last time I checked.
Okay, this he. And quick.
Have no
okay, no, this he. No, this he. 2 minutes. Me, please. And speaking of VS, my Cash App ain't moving. Your turn, QI.
Yeah, we were at the Hilton. Okay, and that was good enough for us. Okay,
that's cheap.
Point blank. Period. And you're a liar. You were on the lesbian panel twice. And go back and watch the video for you to not like D-Cop all of a sudden. But we already know that you're intimidated and you don't like any stud. You don't like any stud.
No, this he. No. She did not interrupt you. She did try to laugh and I did ask her to mute. Please give her the same respect. Mute, please.
You don't like any studs. You come after all studs. You know why? Because you're a hater and you're very intimidated. You're insecure because you know you're not a lesbian, nevertheless a stud. I know that about you. And you're talking about the drag of the roast that you paid Ness to do. You're talking about all these drags and roasts that you pay because she was repeating exactly the same things that you could keep running around here doing. And you can't keep me nor VS's name out of your mouth. You are pressed, obsessed, and you're a stalker. You're the weirdo. Every panel you hit, QI, J Dunn, QI, and that doggone what do you call it, comment page of and I didn't even know who you are. I don't know you, don't want to know you. You just been stalking me, and at this point, I just really want to beat your ass and sit your ass down somewhere because I don't play with little children, you liar. And then a gaslighting line. Oh my God, I can't deal with that.
Okay, thank you for your 2 minutes. This heat now you got please mute up QI. Is this heat turn for 2 minutes? Thank you.
It's like she spent one night at the fucking Hilton and she's talking about we did that or whatever. Like, please, you didn't do shit. Okay? When you spend the same amount of money that I spend, QI, we know you can't do that with your sick ass, fake ass horses that you keep on talking about you have on that dirty ass property you're talking about in that cheap ass state, Mississippi. Are you kidding me? And then also, you're saying that, yes, I did. Oh, I thought you said D spot, D cop. Yes, I just said on the Lesbiterian, I said on the panel when I was at D cops, I said at 7 years old, I said I knew I was attracted to women because my first crush was obviously a girl and stuff like that or whatever when we was talking about our coming out story. So like I said, it took 29 years of dicks for you to realize that you wanted some vagina. And that's just very interesting to me, QI. Do not compare yourself to me. I don't have to pay Ness to drag you. Ness drags you on her own because she enjoys it. I don't understand why you don't get that. And yes, she said out of her own mouth, I mean, she just shares the same sentiments. Ness has known you longer than I've known you. So I don't know why you're acting as if this is something like nobody has to pay anybody to do anything. You sound fucking stupid, and y'all, all these broke motherfuckers are using like that as an excuse. Like these people are just coming at you because they think you're a wimp, they think you're a lame, and all this energy that you're using towards me, you should be using that towards VS because VS is the one that said she put her fist up you. VS is the one who said she penetrated you and strapped you down. VS is the one that said you got sores with pus coming out of your skin and shit like that. You need to worry about that situation, and also the shit stains and the period blood and all that shit. And you're the stud and shit in your drawers and shit. That's disgusting. So you should think about that, QI. Hilton cannot compare to nothing.
Okay, ding, 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 ding. I know you in the mode. I know. I'm so sorry, but your 2 minutes is up. Let QI respond. And, keep that energy. You going. Go ahead, QI.
First of all, there was no shit stains. There was no period. Okay. And then you don't even know what you're talking about. You can't even repeat the story correctly. It was 2 weeks in the Hilton. And I'm never trying to compare myself to you. You're the only one trying to compare yourself or trying to one up or to beat or to do stuff against other studs. We don't care about you. You're irrelevant. You don't look good. Your ass looks ugly and weird. You're damn self, okay? You're ugly and weird looking and pale, and you're a racist. Always talking about dark and black and lying, talking about you got a black parent. I know that. Ness said you had spiky hair, okay? Black people have a curl pattern, and you don't have not one drop of melanin undertone hue to be biracial. You're over here posing and lying again, trying to make yourself seem like you're something because you're not shit. And I don't know who money you spending because we know you don't work. Your parents' money or whatever. Because Ness said, like, since you want to VS, QI, J Dunn, like a recording or something. Ness said you had to fly with the alias. So, you know, like we don't even know who the fuck you are. Ness don't even know who the fuck you are. And ain't nobody trying to compare themselves to you. You crazy, psychotic bitch.
Okay, so Q, you done? Go ahead, this heat. Go ahead, start your 2 minutes.
I have said over and over again that my mother is black. Of course, she's black. And Ness knows that my mother is black. Ness knows my government name. And yes, she also said, yes, that I do the whole alias thing or whatever, of course. But that has nothing to do with my employment status. You're the one who's on here 24/7, QI. You're the ones that's in the chat talking about me and shit like that. When nobody's even bringing me up, you'll go on the panels and talk about how I'm a narcissist and shit like that or whatever. You sound pretty hurt. Like I said, when you can give VS the same energy that you're giving me, the bitch that fucking embarrassed you over and over again repeatedly, that I've seen with my own 2 eyes, embarrass you over and over again. Even she even embarrassed you on the night we were talking about the coming out stories on D-Cop's panel. She's embarrassed you several times and you have never came at her. When you can give her this same energy that you're giving me, then I'll probably have some level of respect for you. But you're a broke ass bitch. I've never asked nobody to drop my Cash App. My birthday was last month. Didn't ask nobody to drop shit. These bitches don't even know my fucking Cash App. The only reason I created a Cash App is so I can give back to my people. You know what I'm saying? What have you given? Only thing you've done was try to take. And it's because it's your birthday. Nobody gives a fuck about your old ass birthday. You're fucking 53. Why do you still care about a birthday at this point? Why do you need to celebrate your birthday? And why do you need to celebrate? Once again, your lonely ass has to celebrate. You're begging Ness to celebrate your birthday on her channel because you don't have no bitch. You don't have nobody. And you keep lying and saying you have somebody when we know you do not. Just stop. Just stop, QI, because you're embarrassing yourself.
It's been 2 minutes, and I do have a girlfriend.
Oh, okay, I'm so sorry. Yeah, you're right, QI. I was about to say that, but I got caught up in the conversation.
It's been
but
2 minutes.
Uppity,
yeah, you're right. I should have known. QI, you're right. No,
I'm not abusive. I'm not abusive like you. I'm not abusive like you.
QI, can you let me say something, please? You actually did go over your 2 minutes, but that was my fault as a moderator. And you're right. I do make the decisions, but as a panelist, she got the right to talk up her. So. But QI, even though you gave up that extra minute last time, that was on your behalf. But I did make a mistake, and I'm sorry. But
it's
okay.
all good. It's all good.
All right,
it's all good.
Mute yourself, this heat, please.
And I am very happy to make it to 53 because a lot of people don't. And I look good for 53 because guess what? I don't even know how old you are. That's how unimpressed I am with you. But you're sitting here trying to compare yourself to me at 53 years old. And that's what I'm saying. No goddamn comparison. And then you know every detail of anything that has happened on here with me and VS to the point where you're up here, like telling the story like you was there. That is sickening. That is stalkerish. That is obsessive. You're obsessed with me. Obsessed. And you started with me. I didn't know who you were. So don't be saying run around talking about you when you started running around talking about me, Jay Dunn, Spill It Boy, and the rest of us. Then want to cry why we talking about you because you fucking fuck with us first. That's why. You want your ass beat. Don't start no shit if you don't want none. Black people know that. Black people know that. But like I said, I'm not a psychopath. I'm not abusive. I act 53 mature, which means that I choose my own battles and I handle situations the way I see pleasingly. I'm not going to come on here cussing folks out and acting a goddamn fool like you do. At my age, because you're childish. And I don't want to be childish like you. I don't want to be sick like you. I don't want to be mentally ill. I don't want to be a narcissist like you. I don't want to be abusive, sitting around here paying for attention because you got a low self-esteem and you're the one that's lonely, but you all up into my affairs. Mind your own goddamn business, you sick bitch.
Okay, QI, you coming to any of 2 minutes, I would like to ask you two ladies a question because Jessica Michelle's in the comments, and she said she only got a 15-minute break and she want to come up. I told her y'all was having a one-on-one, so y'all both have to be in
No,
agreement.
I'm with it.
No, I mean, what is she adding? Nothing.
I don't know. That's why I said
Why
like,
are
it's
you
up to y'all.
scared? Come on, Jessica.
There's
Why are
nothing
you
to
scared? You
No,
little whelp.
this
You
you
little
have the right to
scared
agree or not
coward
agree.
bitch.
QI, can you let me respond, bitch? You ugly ass bitch, you burnt face bitch. Like
No,
I said,
You
colorist.
ugly, you ugly ass,
All right,
you ugly
see,
ass,
this is what I
nasty
didn't want,
ass,
Jessica
third
Michelle.
world country,
Okay, just
Bangladeshian.
QI,
Ain't
mute
your
yourself,
cousins
please.
over there hungry? Why don't you?
QI,
yeah,
calm
well, no, that's
down.
my black mom. But like I said, if I'm having a one-on-one conversation, then we need to have that conversation. Other than that, bitches be trying to come up on the links and try to make themselves relevant. You have nothing to do with this conversation.
QI, I muted you. So Jessica Michelle, I think you're gonna have to come back after the break because you didn't put in the comments what you wanted. So they were having a conversation.
Drop this heat, and let Jessica.
No. QI, you having a conversation with
You
QI.
have no
She
power.
has the
I don't really, I don't
but
want to, I don't have no need
she
to
has the
talk to
right
her.
to
I'm just doing this
respond.
for you, Uppity.
I know, thank you.
Because I
Now,
don't have no need to talk to her. You know what I'm saying? She's
you are
irrelevant to
powerless.
me.
You are
I
powerless.
prefer to do what I've been doing.
are
Only thing I want to
powerless.
do with her is meet her face
You
to
are
face and put a
powerless.
couple of holes
see,
in
Jessica,
her eyes.
hold on. No. Mute. Jessica Michelle, we don't need your love, spread of love right now. We were having a discussion. You interrupted us and you don't even want nothing. Like, take your 15 minutes to enjoy the chat and mind your business. Damn, like, now I got confusion going on. So, anyway, I appreciate both of y'all for coming up here. So please let this heat respond, QI. And if you don't have anything to say after her response, we can end this conversation. But she deserves the right to respond to your accusation. So let her get her 2 minutes. And after she get her 2 minutes, if you want to leave it alone, that's fine. But she deserves her right to her 2 minutes uninterrupted like you had. Be fair. Now go ahead, this heat.
All I'm gonna say is that she's calling me this stalker that I am not at all. But the thing is that the reason why I clicked on the link in the first place because you guys were having a conversation about me, and the whole thing is that she has to realize that she is powerless, just like she was powerless with BS when BS wore the pants. She's calling me abusive because I wore the pants in my situation. She'll never have that kind of power because nobody respects her. And also, I would also like to add that, let me see, what else would I like to add? Because I add so much. Let's see. And her begging Ness to celebrate her birthday because she doesn't have anyone in Mississippi. That was interesting. But you know what? When me and Ness was together, Ness asked me, that whether or not I wanted her to celebrate her birthday on her channel and shit like that. And I told her, when we were together, no, but now now she is free to celebrate her birthday on Ness's channel. But she knows damn well that if me and Ness was still together, I would make sure you wouldn't be able to drop your cash up. I would make sure you would not be able to celebrate your birthday, bitch. Go to the woman, all these imaginary women that you claim to have and celebrate your birthday. Why the fuck are you coming on YouTube to celebrate your birthday, you lonely, ugly, dirty, burnt ass bitch? I'm about to drop down, Uppity. This was such a great time, Uppity. And let's talk about some good vegan food when we get a chance.
Yes, you're going to cook on live with me one day, right? You did promise me that.
We're going to do what?
Cook on live together.
Yeah, we could do that if we can find a mutual.
Yes, because you're the vegan. I'm not. I'm learning new dishes and stuff. You already got on me about the Impossible Burger shit. But I understand. But like I told y'all, but RNY did give me a good tip. I haven't did the vegan burger yet, but I did buy the oyster. What you call that oyster stuff? The oyster crackers to help. But yeah,
I gotta find out what your palate is, and then we can work from there. And I can
no.
show you.
My daughter that's her goal, but I don't want it because like I tell you, I have a concern with the protein level. But her goal is to eventually, right now she's a pescatarian, but her goal is to become vegan. So I would like for you to show me, and as long as the taste is there, like I want you to show me that's your area of expertise. So I'm always looking to learn,
Oh, one more thing, Uppity. I wanted to let you know that like I said, if I was back in the picture right now, if I snapped my fingers and I was back in the picture with Ness and I told her I don't want nothing to do with QI and QI can't come over and all this stuff, just like she went on the link and she tried to tell on me and tell Ness.
Well, no, you're trying to get around 2 minutes now. You can't direct that to her unless you want her to respond.
I just wanted to finish this part.
I dropped my Cash App yesterday. And Ness asked me to drop my Cash App yesterday. So you know you're too late.
Course,
I dropped my Cash App for my birthday yesterday. Now, okay.
She told you that because.
But it was done. It was done, and she asked me to do it. It was done, and she asked me to do it. I mean, we know you try to brainwash. We know you're brainwashing, Ness. So you know.
Before we left for Miami, you begged her to celebrate your birthday because you didn't have.
It wasn't. I did not beg. It was a simple thing of a turn up, and we're still going to turn up. We're still going to turn up for our birthdays, and it's not any begging. We're going to still turn up for our birthdays. In fact, a lot of us Leos. And a lot of us birthday people are planning on turning up for our birthdays. You don't like to have fun. You're stiff. You're so stiff, and you don't know how to have fun. But Ness does, and some of the other Leos do, because it's a Leo thing. We like to have fun, and we love being Leos. And so it wasn't any begging. And then nobody's lonely. Nobody's lonely. You wish I was lonely. You wish you knew more about, my girlfriend, my girlfriend, and things of that nature. You wish I didn't have a girlfriend. You wish
all over my skin.
You wish.
I don't want to be rejected by BS.
And then you're 50. I'm 52. And no, I'm not going to be. I don't abuse women. I don't try to control women. I don't try to. I believe in women empowerment. I believe in treating women with some respect. And you know what? I don't want your respect. I don't want your respect. I care nothing about your respect because you really don't even respect yourself. You don't respect yourself. So I care nothing about your respect, okay? You're narcissist, but because narcissists can't respect anyways. You're a narc and you can't respect anyways. And I'm not a narc and I'm not gonna act like a narc. I'm not gonna be around here abusing people like a narc. And I know narcs when I see them. And I know how to respond to narcs. I know how to respond to narcs. And I know narcs generally like abuse because they're accustomed to abuse. Like you've been abused. You've been abused. And that's why you want to continue to perpetuate this abuse. And you need therapy. That you're abusive. You're around here all day, every day, talking down and being abusive to people because you've been abused. You've been abused. Who touched you?
Who touched you? You the fucking one that gets treated like shit. Your bitch treats you like shit. My bitch didn't treat me. Nobody
treats me like shit.
What are you talking about? BS does treat you like shit. Everybody says it, and you ain't said shit to her. But you got so much.
That's the interesting point.
And everybody says you treat Ness like shit. Everybody says you the narcissist treats Ness like shit. You treat Ness like shit. And you're just like the typical abuser. You want to abuse somebody and then give them some money. You want to abuse somebody and give them some money. Then you want to isolate. You want to isolate Ness.
Can you stop? Like, thank you. She did it. Y'all both was yelling, but then she stopped. I got a question based on what you just said, because I don't disagree with you as far as how people view QI, but don't you think people view how you doing this will be the same how VS treated QI? Can you answer that? Was
I ever bad to Ness? If you think about it in hindsight, did I do anything
You
wrong?
did exactly the same thing.
No. I'm asking Uppity. Shut your burn ass up. Uppity, did I do?
Come on, don't do that. But what I'm saying, to me as a woman, like I said, because you did say that you used to taking on a more male role, and I'm more used to traditional men. So even though I know, I obviously I can't deny, sometimes I have trouble controlling my emotions. So I can't imagine, because I do that more often than not in relationship with guys. So I can't imagine them going to somebody that they know that I don't like. even though that person may not really do nothing, like have no feelings towards them.
But let
So
me ask you something, Uppity. But even before that, what else did I do before that? What did I do wrong to her? Last time I checked, I was the one giving to her. I was the one helping her. She wasn't
yeah,
helping.
You
financially, no,
publicly
financially.
No. I'm
humiliated
talking to Uppity,
Ness.
you ugly ass, dirty bitch.
Wait,
I'm
Q,
talking
let us
to
have this
Uppity.
conversation. Let us have this
This
conversation.
ain't you're
I'm
ugly. You're
asking
the
Oh
Uppity.
ugly
I'm
God,
asking.
bitch.
Q, let us, Kia, please mute yourself, please. Like I'm saying, like financially, yes, you were beneficial to her. But as far as how you talk to her, like this is like, remember I used to have these conversations with you as well. Like, how do you and Pisa have these type of interactions with each other? You know, saying blah blah blah. And I said I put it on both of y'all, you know. And then you see me like, well, I can't help that she's gonna follow me here, follow me there. I said, yeah, you can't help that, but you can help how you engage with her. You know what I'm saying? And then the fact that like sometimes when we would be on panels and like you would be irritated with her, the way it came across is like, bitch, know your place, you know, because of the, I guess, the financial support. And I, like I said, when people were like they seen that's on the stroll, the frying pan, I wasn't necessarily, that probably was the time when I had left the B sector, because you know. So I feel like while people think come across as a narcissist, because like people know that she has financial hardship and maybe not the greatest support system outside of YouTube, and they feel like you hold your, like you give them money, yes you do, but at what cost? And you know what I'm saying? And then when this incident came up, that's what I think ticked a lot of people off. And then sometimes, like I said, I'm not going to judge you for how you react when you mad at people and you say certain things or whatever, but when your actions align sometimes with your, because sometimes you can say anything you want, but when you act a certain way, that's what make people start to believe the words you say, like that's coming from your heart. So when you say how VS treated QY, and I do think she kind of she did humiliate her, you did do it not in the same way but on the same level. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to get caught up in like the scenarios. We're talking about the levels of disrespect. So go ahead, I'm a mute. And
Well,
QI, please don't interrupt her. I'm sorry, QI, don't interrupt. I'm talking to this heat, please. Go ahead.
Well, I can understand that, but you know, I remember at the very beginning of me and Nessa's interaction, I remember people saying, you know, it was kind of the opposite, because I remember at one point in time, Ness was coming at me, you know, and I was very laid back and, you know, letting her do her or whatever, and she was coming at me crazy. You know what I'm saying? And now, you know, now that we are, you know, when we were together or whatever, like the roles have, I mean, it's been reversed or whatever. Sometimes, you know, and we do that to each other. Like if I'm getting out of line, I'm going to check her. If she feels I'm getting out of line, she's going to check me. I think that people need to understand that. But that's not abuse, because like I said, Ness was free to do and whatever it is that she wanted to do or whatever. I never told her you can't do this, you can't do that. There was never no level of that much. There was no level of control like that. There's been times where, you know, we have both spoke to each other privately and said, you know, well, we feel uncomfortable about this, we feel uncomfortable about that, and we have maneuvered around it. But it's never a thing where don't you do that, don't you do this. I never spoke to her like that. It's just I do like a certain level of respect, and I've only learned that from watching how my dad interacts, you know, with my mom and stuff like that. He's very in control, he's very dominant and whatever, and that's what it is. And it works out, you know, but at the same time, she has a voice. At the same time, we know that Ness has a voice. And if Ness doesn't like something, she's going to tell me. If she doesn't want to do something, or if I don't want to do something, we have that respect for each other, you know.
So when she came on live saying, oh, I got to ask this heat permission for this, I got to ask this heat permission for that. Oh, I have to
Because
give her my password.
respect. It was out of respect, you know.
Okay, but you know how it is. Okay.
I would get bothered by, you know, some things that I do, I have to ask her. I just never verbally went out there and said, you know, hey, I gotta ask Ness this because I don't speak like that. But Ness has said that or whatever. And sometimes she would say that to troll y'all or whatever, but it was never like, it's never on no abuse type of stuff. Because we had a good time when we saw each other. It was a great, it was a good time, you know, despite whatever. We had a good time, we had a good interaction, and it was never on no abusive stuff. She's never gotten that. I've never been abusive towards her or anything. I did nothing but good to her.
Okay.
Why
So,
her what she done for me?
oh, so you saying that she does, you like, or you saying that she hasn't done anything from you? Done anything for you?
Because it's like y'all be saying like I'm
No,
just
you posed the question. So
well,
do you feel like it's an imbalanced relationship? Because that's important. If it's not balancing, that's gonna make some people feel some type of way. So do you feel like it's in balance as far as support goes?
I'm saying no. I mean, because I guess
You brought it up. Like, come on now.
well, I'm saying like because everybody puts that on me. Like, well, what have you done? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? But why don't y'all ever ask her that? Like, you know, because I be here feeling like why,
Yeah, you're right. People don't ask her that. So what has Ness done for you?
well, obviously, you know, not well.
No, we don't. That's what we asking.
We've been close and stuff like that. She's been there for me on an emotional level. But I was just saying I got tired of people asking me, well, why aren't you doing
No, I understand that, but now this is about you right now though. So I know, and I know like emotionally, but like, okay, because I know we had these conversations before. And remember you told me, because my mom was like, I'm a stay-at-home mom, and you said that you need a woman to match you in every way. So is that basically the real breaking point in our relationship?
No, I don't think so. It's just that sometimes like just had a lot of like disagreements or whatever. That would be the breaking point, but
I know you're the one that kept. I'm talking to you like a friend right now, because when we had these discussions, and let's be open and honest, y'all not even together, and like not necessary about Ness, but like how long would you wait to somebody to get it financially together, especially knowing the education? Like if you don't already have the education, it's going to be harder. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you don't already got that drive, because there are a lot of things you can do as an entrepreneur. But like once again, you said on private StreamYard, like forgetful and stuff like that, and like there's nothing wrong with that. Like I'm forgetful myself sometimes too, but like if you don't have the education, you definitely have to have the drive and ambition to do it as an entrepreneur, and then
she does have the education, you know, like a lot of people have said when it comes to, she has the education, she has all like a lot of different credentials that people don't even know about. But the thing is that Ness has,
and you didn't even say nothing wrong.
This is rich.
Yeah, that's crazy.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. But
you've been nothing but defensive of this woman and respectful.
So rich. She's so rich.
She's emotionally intelligent, but let's carry on. I just wanted you to see that she was there.
But see that, what about those things, Uppity? Because I remember you.
No, I always called it out, and that's why I was asking you to be honest with me, because I know you harped on that with me, and you was asking me, do I think like that's gonna be an issue? And then you did always congratulate me on my confidence. I know you probably don't believe that my relationship will last because I'm not contributing financially to it, because I know that's something that you always tried to tell me.
No, because I think in even heterosexual relationships, like both of my parents have careers, but you know it works out because it works out. But they both have careers though. But
yeah, I understand your point of view, and you're not the only one. Like I told you, it's not a lot of people in my personal life, but I've known a lot of situations, but what I'm going to say as far as me personally knowing them, like their personal business, stuff like that, like you don't know what you like on the outside looking in, like you just said, nobody really knows, so as far as people that I personally know that are like stay-at-home moms like me, some are lower levels, some are higher levels than me, you know what I'm saying? But I do know that's just genuinely the guy's feeling. Like before my daughter father got with me, like every woman he's ever dealt with, it's been that way. And like you said, it could end any day, but like I said, in that, like I'm the only person he has a child with, but I get what you're saying. So that's why I know you were trying to be like trying to look out for me. So that's why I don't know if you thought I was taking it personal. I really didn't. But being that's your point and that's your stance. You know what I'm saying? I just and based on your thing right now, I just want you to know this is a safe place. And maybe if you be more open, people will understand, and then people won't just keep saying that because you keep talking about monetary things, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm pretty sure anybody will understand. Like, okay, yes, palms are nice. You know what I'm saying? Affection is cool, but I need somebody to match my energy financially. There's nothing wrong with that. Like you said, it's a lot of people that feel that way. People attack me all the time in the B sector. So I feel like if you just be more straightforward, it'll let a lot of people know, and they will stop acting so many. Because you see how many people attack me for being a stay-at-home mom. So I figure if you just say it the right way, because I feel like when you sometimes it's just like I have to learn that lesson myself. It's how you come across. So I'm a mute. Go ahead.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense or whatever. And that's what I'm saying. Even with Ness, like, you know, look. I mean, she's being irrational right now. You know, I haven't even said anything bad about her, and she's on a rampage. Like, what is your problem? Why are you coming at me like that or whatever? If I'm not saying anything bad about you, like, what is the problem? Like, just because I'm on the panel. This is what I'm talking about, Uppity. But you guys want to pay me out to be this terrible person. But she ain't even took the time with her dumbass. She ain't even took the time to hear the fucking conversation. She didn't even take the time to hear the conversation. And she's over here acting irrational. I don't have time for that shit.
QI, do you have you have some elderly stud advice that you can give on the situation? Not necessarily, not necessarily you. Maybe she got words from that.
No. I don't want any advice from her because I as you can see,
I don't want to talk about you, but I do have some advice. I'm really not concerned with you at all, but I do have some advice that I would like to give
we
the
gotta know how to interact. Come on, be nice. She's not talking to you. No. Let's give her her little.
Play her role in situations.
Okay, I understand that, but
she lets women dominate her. I can't take advice from her.
Okay,
I do not let women dominate me.
Let me say this.
Like, you're a narcissist. You're a narcissist.
Don't address it. Okay,
you never understand.
Can you give your advice without addressing this? Can you let her give her advice? You don't have to listen. So QI is just giving her perspective. But so QI, let's everybody mute up and let QI give her perspective of what she just seen. Like, and you know what you heard is, and obviously we're not directing this to this heat. She's just directing it to the chat because she's on the panel, and I'm pretty sure they want to hear what she got to say too. So go ahead, QI, give your perspective.
Yes, I had never, like I dated one person that I was about to marry. I was engaged to marry that had a personality disorder. I tried to make that work, and and I just realized I didn't want to spend the rest of my life doing that. And it wasn't bad, it wasn't bad. But, I had never encountered a narcissist in my life. You know what I'm saying? And so much that I didn't even, like you said earlier, Uppity, I didn't even know, what it was or what I was going through. And, I did some research and I learned how to deal with it. Arguing and different things like that is not the thing that you do with the narcissist. In fact, they say no contact, no something when dealing with a narcissist, Wait,
hold on a second, QI, because they got a pertinent question in the chat. Okay, in the chat, let me answer y'all, Day and Feminine. To be honest, when I first came across Ness, she was on a spaceship being very hostile and swinging for pizza. The heat was actually the one that was welcoming to me. You know what I'm saying? But me and Ness had just eventually wound up vibing better because, I guess we both stubborn. So we had like a big falling out. But to be honest, the heat was the one that I was originally friendly with. So it would make sense that she's over here talking to me. But go ahead, Q, I'm sorry.
So pretty much what I'm saying is people, there are a lot of, people with different mental illnesses out there, and, and a lot of untreated mental illnesses, so much that they haven't been diagnosed. It's easier to understand or learn how to deal with somebody if you know their diagnosis. But if somebody is, not diagnosed, especially, and narcissism or different personality
Yeah, but
disorders
no,
are
can we
very
diagnose anybody? We could just go based on our opinion. But go ahead.
right.
We know about
But
narcissists.
I'm not trying to diagnose anybody.
Okay.
But narcissism or different personality disorders are very hard to diagnose. In fact, they can't go to regular therapists. They have to go to specialized therapists. And a lot of times therapists turn them down. That's just how severe. Most of the personality disorders can be, I'm not going to say cured, but can be treated to the point where they can have healthy relationships. But and I'm not going to say that all narcissists are incapable of having healthy, balanced relationships, but very few. So what I'm pretty much trying to say is that in terms of dealing with relationships and things of that nature, it's very important to be aware of their mental status and how to deal with them and different things of this nature. But I was never abused. I'm not a poster child or anything for abuse. I had never gone through domestic violence, and I wasn't physically abused as a child. I was violated as a child by people that were outside of my family. So
wait. Ness is threatening me again, people. So
and you
Wait, we got
threatened
break.
people,
Hold on a second,
like you were
QI. We got
threatening
breaking news.
people
Wait, no,
earlier, like
QI.
you were
This is
threatening
breaking
people
news.
earlier.
QI. You wanted to break down psychology instead of getting to the point. So hold on a second. How is Ness threatening you? Go ahead.
she's just threatening me because I'm on a panel talking to y'all. Like it's like, I mean, talking to you up
But
like
this he, don't you see? But this he, you know why she's mad? Because I keep telling people, while I would say you're a narc, I've been telling people just as long Ness is a covert narc.
but
And
I don't
people are seeing
threaten her when
exactly
she
what I'm
be
talking about.
doing this this
Because she's
anytime
a covert narc. She's a
but
covert narc and she played victim well. So now you get to state your point because everybody can see you have been on this panel defending her. Everybody's been in the chat as long as you've been on live, questioning how y'all been together. I didn't even ask, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I didn't feel like Ness was a victim in this. At first I did, but then when I sat back and looked impartially, that's why I was trying to have a conversation with you from the start. But anyway, we all know Ness is not a victim, how she will make herself try to center herself. So that's basically all she's doing right now. So go ahead. What did she say to you, this he? Yeah, but she wasn't threatening Ness. She was threatening people in defense of her. So why is she mad? Now, QI, that's interesting what you wrote in the chat. You get Jay Dunn the hand up all the time. So that's why I say I feel like you be biased sometimes. Jay Dunn is drinking as much as the market is not worth.
No, and I don't know if you know that me and a lot of people who know about, like, I've done business with Jay Dunn, so I know Jay Dunn very well. I mean, not like but I know Jay Dunn, and I know like how to deal with Jay Dunn. And as I told people, you choose your battles wisely, because some people don't.
This heat has to leave. So thank you for coming up. This heat, I'm probably gonna end this live a little sooner, so hopefully we could do this again sometime. But go ahead, QI, I'm listening.
Yeah, some people don't give, like, anybody in this chat will tell you that like Jay Dunn doesn't give in. And so unless you just really feel like dealing with that, that's how you deal with it. So I choose my battles very wisely. And I like Jay Dunn and everything. It's just that, there's a certain ways that you deal with people. I'm learning there are certain ways that you deal with people. And, if you want to, live your life, I like peace. And if you don't, I like peace, and I choose peace. And that's all I'm going to say. I choose peace. I like to laugh and have fun, not be arguing with folks every day.
Yeah, I agree. I don't want to argue all the time. I really don't. We can have fun, but like I said, you have to know, like, it's all about this. Everybody got their boundaries. Just be honest about your boundaries. Some people gonna fuck with it and some people not, and that's okay. But at the end of the day, I feel like it's best to have less people where you're that you can constantly be in a great state of mind at. And then a lot of people, you know what I'm saying? I think Kurt Cobain said it best. Like, I'd rather be hated for who I am than loved for who I'm not, because it's hard.
And then although like you might think that you have boundaries online, but a lot of these people don't understand boundaries and will never, no matter how you try to set, the lines in the sand,
But
they'll dox you, they'll call your job.
Okay, I understand what you're saying, but like you have to cut. I always tell people that cut them off at the door. And when it gets to the doxing things and things like that, there are so many cyber laws, state and federal wise. And then of course YouTube is gonna adhere to these things. Like even if they delete their video or private, whatever they do with it, YouTube still has a record of it, and they tell you that in the terms and agreement content. So whenever you upload something to YouTube, they own it. You know what I'm saying? So you don't own it. You get paid off of it. That's why it's called a partnership. So you can delete the videos all you want to. You go to the right agencies and they request a subpoena, they're getting that video. So you know what I'm saying?
And that's what you have to do with a lot of these people. Yeah, that's the boundary with a lot of these people. It has to go that far.
But it won't even have to go there if you make a line and you stand in it. And that's basically what I'm doing now, even though people try to drag me about it. But like I said, Ness is, once she becomes too much for me to deal with, I cut her off. I'm not going back and forth with her. I'm not doing none of that. I don't have to go back and forth with my own child. So I look like going back and forth with another grown woman to make her be better. My daughter's already doing great, and I need to save my mental health to make her be her greatest. And I need to, and that energy is in both of my daughters and my son. You know what I'm saying? But as far as a woman, like I shine greatest through them. Like she's a representation of her mother, not me. So I need to focus on my daughters who are a representation of me, and I've been doing that very well. And I had to learn that as a Pisces to basically not get too emotional, because I'm easily emotional. Like I told you, I cry over commercials. Like that's just me. So when people bring up me crying, like that's nothing, like I cry everywhere, other sectors too. Like it don't even be about me, I can hear a sad story, like people going on, people like, why the fuck you crying that bitch in line? Like I don't know, it sounds real to me, that's just me. But what I learned on the internet is don't get too emotionally involved. But if you do get emotionally involved and you go behind the scenes with people, keep it behind the scenes with people. Because if you come out, you know what I'm saying, and then like all of this stuff, especially I feel like Ness is emotionally imbalanced. I feel like Ness is she hasn't been treated well. I think that he treated her better than anybody she ever came across, including her family members.
Yeah, and we're not gonna give too much to this heat, because this heat doesn't treat her right.
I'm not saying why she did it, but I'm just saying this is what it is to Ness. You know what I'm saying?
We're not gonna feed the narcissistic supply.
But you do with Jay Dunn. Okay, I'll respect you, Q. You're right. But you do with Jay Dummy, so please stop feeding her as well. Don't, because what applies to this heat applies to Jay Dummy. Because Jay Dummy does the same freaking thing. You were sitting on the panel when she tried to triangulate Trinsic and Jessica Michelle. You were sitting there when she did it.
No, I wasn't. Remember, I got off. I talked and then I got off.
But you was in the chat when she did it, and when you came on the panel, you did nothing.
No, I got off. I got off. I got off because
I was her ego though. I'm just saying, like, keep that same energy.
If you go back to the live, you'll see I got off because remember I did all the talking and you announced the dating thing or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And then right before
I was trying to say that
came back, I left.
But you acknowledged I was trying to be messy with you and Jay Dunn, because you don't keep that same energy with Jay Dunn like you do to C, and I don't think that's right. That's why I think it's more personal for you. So that's what I'm like, you allowing her to trigger you.
No, but see, Jay Dunn doesn't harass me, stalking, harass me.
Because she doesn't harass you.
Uppity. I got it. Jay Dunn, this heat stalks me. This heat agitates me. And until people acknowledge that, I need people to acknowledge I'm not doing anything to this heat but responding back, because she's stalking, she's harassing, and then this little girl. This little girl, and see, like I said, it's gonna come down to the police. But before we get to the police, I'd rather beat her ass.
Okay, I get that.
You don't understand how serious
I understand exactly what you're saying, but what my saying to you is this:
and Jay Dunn doesn't do me like that.
That's what I'm trying to say. Be honest. That's what I've been telling from the beginning. You keep denying it. You got more smoke for this heat because she affected you. Jay Dummy does the
she bothers me. Jay Dunn doesn't bother me.
I know.
Me and Jay Dunn can have constructive conversations. Jay Dunn doesn't do me wrong.
I'm saying, but you can see somebody with the same characteristics and you say nothing because they're not doing it to you. So you cannot get like. So do you? I just want to understand. I just want you to
No,
understand.
no, no. How do you know
when
that
you
I don't
yo,
say?
can
I do say
can I
things.
finish?
I do say things to J Dunn, but I know how to say it.
QI,
I
please
do
let me
say
say my
I
point.
do. I
QI,
do
you're
have
not even let me
conversations
finish.
with J Dunn, but I know how to say it.
Okay, but can you please let me finish my point, QI? My point to you is this: if they're not directly doing it to you, even though they have the same tactic, you don't say anything. And then that's when you say you're an elder stud and you have a stud club and you mentor people, that's what makes people not believe you because of how you coming across.
I mean,
When
I can prove it. I can easily
yeah, but
prove
you
it,
don't
but
take
then
on the
I don't have
attitude.
to do that either. But then it's like I'm not here to do that to all studs. I'm not here to do that to all people. I'm not the saving grace of everybody. I can't bear that on my back. And there are some projects that I
Wow. Okay,
like.
but do you
Certain
see
people
this?
need
Do you see
therapists.
this
Certain
question?
people need psychiatrists, and
I
there's
understand
nothing that
that,
I
but
can
look
do
at
for
no, no,
them.
no question. Can you look at her question?
No, I'm not scared of anybody, not even you, Film Noir. And Film Noir, you're very childish and you're very biased. And you run around because you're defending this heat. And it's very obvious. You know, it's very obvious. I used to support Kimmy and things like that until I realized that Kimmy and her supporters were biased and they support this heat because she's getting money. And I liked Kimmy, but at the same time, when I noticed things like that, it's true. And so you run around and what you're doing is on behalf, like, let me tell you something that you learn online. You need to stop trying to defend other people because other people might make up and you're going to be looking stupid.
And that's what I've been
You're going
trying
to
to
be
say this
left
whole
out there
life
in the
you are
cold
about
looking
now.
stupid because everybody knows your name. Everybody knows who you're defending. Everybody knows what team you're
Right.
on. And by experience, I'm giving you some good words of wisdom. You're going to be looking
No.
stupid because
Okay, hold on. Can I say this?
you're not judging me. And let me just say
I'm
this
trying to
real
give you your
quick.
props. I'm trying to give you your props. QI been saying J Dominique's a psych. She's been saying that.
A lot of people, and then I'm gonna tell you, it's a lot of people like Film Noir that needs a psych on here. Let's keep it a buck. It's a lot of people on here with mental illnesses because, truth be told, a lot of people don't know me from Adam. A lot of people believe they know this stuff. A lot of this stuff is lies and different things like that. Why should I be humiliated by some lies and stuff like that? And if you know, like in terms of what this he was saying about respect, you know, like first of all, you know, it's just like this. I'm not begging for respect, but you know, like people don't know me. So like a lot of times they treat people based on what other people have told, and they're the dummies, not me. Because you're not basing things off of who I am. You're basing things off of what you've been told. And that's crazy. You get it from the horse's mouth or you learn that person for themselves. That's why I base stuff on, I get to know people and I don't judge people by what clique they are in, who they hang with. I'm no longer a part of no cult mentality or anything like that because that's crazy.
Okay, and I want to read this comment. She said, Uppity is treating QI the way Nessa treats on her panel. Transparent, that is not true. When QI first hit my first panel, I tried to give QI number respect, and she literally didn't let me get a word in. And she literally admitted this several points during the live. She wouldn't let me answer a question. She wouldn't let me do this, and she wouldn't let me do that. And she said, because she assumed I was going to be messy. Like QI started this relationship on the panels. You know what I'm saying? Not me. QI, can you please admit that?
Uppity, I have ADHD, so I do have a problem interrupting people. You know,
but you said you admitted that you did it purposely because you said you thought I was going to be messy.
I admitted that I did it on the Jessica Michelle panel that I dropped down on, and then the panel after that or whatever. Because I kept, you know how you do, you know, and then can you admit that you do be being messy?
Yeah, because she's accusing me of trying to bully you. I'm not bullying QI. QI admitted to me. And I wasn't even doing that, but I guess for some reason she had it in her head I was going to be messy. And I did admit I was planning on being messy between her and J Dunn. I did say J Dummy. But QI didn't even give me the chance. So that's why I was doing that. I'm not treating her no type of way. QI started treating me that way 2 different times. She didn't even, and I even told her, but for some reason she doesn't believe me. But go ahead, QI. Jay Dunn saying the fact that is Q and I go back to 2018. We've had our ups and downs, and I've had a psychologist. Have one since the death of my mother over 15 years. I keep attorneys on deck as well. Girl, but that doesn't excuse your behavior. And like I said, QI say you don't bother her, so that's fine. Oh yeah, she dropped. But anyway, I've been on here a long ass time. This has been a crazy live. So thank y'all for sitting with Uppy, celebrating her 1K. I don't think QI feels away. And she should, because I didn't feel away when QI overtook me on every time she came on the panel, like she just admitted to y'all. So why should I be asking her if she feel away? She should be asking me if I feel away. She didn't care. She just assumed I was going to be messy. And I did admit I was going to be messy with her and Jay Dunn, because Jay Dunn was triangulating narc level. And QI loves to talk about narcissism. And that's what J Dummy was doing. And then J Dummy, just like this heat, she likes to reflect to other people when she do the exact same thing. So only thing I'm telling this heat, not this heat, QI, you coming at this heat, but you don't say nothing about J Dunn. And I'm just telling her that. So that's why you will lose credibility. I'm not saying she don't got the right to do it. She can do what she wants. But I'm just saying, while people won't give you credibility, especially if you're not going to sit here and say nothing about J Dunn, except that she needs a psychologist. And she could claim she has one, but until she acts like one, we all have the right to our opinion. Freedom of speech. Nobody diagnosed you, J Dummy, except with arm fucking. And I got the pictures to prove it. But thank all you ladies. Shout out to my 1K. No, we haven't been on several. I'm talking about my panel, Transparency. I don't have control about no panels. I'm only talking about my panel. She admitted to 2 times she did it. She said it. Red Boiler Transparency. She said it. She admitted it on other panels. She said she overtalked me because I was being messy. But she didn't know what I was gonna say. But like I admitted, I was gonna be messy. But to her and Jay Dunn, you know what I'm saying? That was it. Because she was talking bullshit, and I was like, Jay Dunn's right here. This is your time to talk your shit to Jay Dunn too, because the same reason applies to her, but she wouldn't do it. So then I asked her, like, this True Enterprise said Jay Dummy is the top stud. Do you agree? And she like kind of agreed. Like, it was weird. So I'm like, no, that's not right. Thank you. Thank all my moms. Thank all my guests. Shout out to the Sassy Show, Brianna, QI Critical Thinking, who just dropped down. This Heat, Simply Made. Thank everybody for joining me on these legendary live on my legendary 1K. Chef Kisses. Like, I only got like 20 minutes to myself right now, because God knows what time my daughter bus coming in. So I appreciate you guys. I gotta go though. Okay, Transparent. I'm never that way. Trust me, I'm never that way. QI definitely, and QI cursed me out a couple of times on Panda too. She don't like my line of questioning either. You know what I'm saying? That's why she pretending not to know what a crowbar is. I'm not gonna call QI crowbar narc, but she got some tendencies. But anyway, y'all, thank all you guys. I'll be seeing y'all around the YouTube streets a little bit later. So see y'all later. Thank y'all for chilling with a real one. Chef Kisses. Good night. Well, not good night. Good day. I'll see y'all around.